Boom. And we're live. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of our ladies, welcome, 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 welcome. It is a beautiful day to be alive, ladies and gentlemen. We're here on a Wednesday with the great... I brought the killers, ladies and gentlemen. The people that I'm going along on this tribute coast with. I brought the great and powerful Rascal. The wonderful, the humble Kyle.
Oh no, he's missing his moment. I think he
And...
liked these moments.
And... the president and CEO of Family Friendly Fantasy, ladies and gentlemen, sporting off that new mic, the one, the only Roisin.
Thank you very much.
And, of course, the man that makes all this possible, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for the great, powerful, the wonderful Law Savior.
Salutations. Thank you for joining us.
Yo,
This
I'm coming
wonderful
back
evening.
in.
Yo,
Oh my God.
intro. Yo, there it is. The great and powerful Kyle.
We're keeping it fresh. We're keeping it fresh. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes, salutations indeed. I am what I am.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining me. We're gonna have a fantastic session. I can feel it in my bones. Let's talk about what happened last time, though, because I honestly feel like it's a blur to me. Anybody want to pick it up?
Yo, man. So basically, get it, Rascal.
Go ahead.
All right. So here's what happened, man. Actually, we both can do this. We both can do this, bro. So it all started out
Talk
when
each other. You remember something that the other one didn't remember.
it all it all started out right when my man Ernest,
There I was.
he was thinking on naming the place after Solazar's hammer. All right. Well, Ord went. He grabbed Gloria. All right, and they made their way out of there. All right, and we made our way into the on this carriage right into the spookiness. All right, because we were going after Hillary. All right, we were going after Hillary. We had Gloria with us, and then like whenever we spoke her name, there was a cool breeze in the air. It was a cool breeze. All right, Sawyer, the ghost hunter extraordinaire. All right, he had his bis chronograph. All right, and he saw some things. And there was a man that was crying in this vision. Who was that man? He was up against a tree. He was grizzled. Oh my God, a fight broke out. And he was the cleric. It was the cleric. It was a powerful scene. During that scene, we heard some quotes such as, "Your uncle is freed from his material weight." Oh my God, suddenly then the bloody wench, she appeared. She appeared. We fought her, ladies and gentlemen. She tried to possess some people, but the luck was not on her side. Of course, Lady Luck was on our side. Eventually she did possess Gloria, which is pretty sick. We had to tie her up. We thought that we were going to like enter exorcist mode and then, the power of Christ compels you. But Ord, oh my God, he put his big boy voice on. It was great. You know what I'm saying? We swooned over it.
I'm swooning these days.
And after that, we killed her. We killed the bloody wench. And there was a ring. There was like her body retreated to this boulder. Ord came over, Sawyer came over, Yamno came over. Finally, we got this boulder out. We pushed. We did a combined strength check, and we pushed the boulder over. And what was there? A ring. Yamno was curious to put the ring on. He said, "Maybe we put ring on," and everyone was like, "No, we don't put ring on." And finally, we made it back to to the manor, and it was it was then revealed that Gloria was the last Waybridge, and then the Bis Gloria theme song played. But then in the post-credit scene, ladies and gentlemen, Ernest came up to us and told us that a man by the name of Mateo came in and bought drinks for everyone.
Now, is there any corrections for that?
Yeah, they're looking for someone named Mateo and bought drinks for everyone.
Yeah. Two people came in looking for a man named Mateo, and they bought drinks for everyone. And that is where we ended this last session. We find ourselves inside of the Great Oak Inn and Lodge.
We don't know what the name is going to be changed to. But...
For now, yes. For now, it is currently the Great Oak Inn and Lodge, yeah. Ta-da. Catch up, sorry. What session is this, by the way?
12.
12 now?
12,
That's
man.
good, yes. The Great Oak Inn and Lodge. And that's where we are. We're sitting at our table, and I need to change the music. And we have just heard this And what is going to happen, team?
Well, I'm pretty sure we decided that we're going off to Prince,
Prince
right?
in the morning.
Hey, we love it.
Though Lola did have a little bit of objection to it, but I believe, if I'm not mistaken, she eventually relented.
Uh-huh.
Lola, why not one go Prince?
Ask me after I eat my wings.
Hell yeah.
Give me wings, Ernest. I want what Lola have. Yam don't want what Lola have.
Ernest hears you. He pokes his head up over. He's wiping some. And he says, "You want some wings?" And he says,
Yam don't want wings.
"Well, it's getting a little late. You sure you want me to be cooking?"
They were very tasty wings.
Oh, well, with a compliment like that, how can I help but serve a customer? Oops, that's a little loud.
There it is.
Whoa.
There it is.
Ernest like slaps the bard.
I just saw him
Takes
like,
up the music,
kind of do
yeah.
a little jig as he walked back to the
Yeah.
kitchen.
And he's a big man, but he dances surprisingly well for a big fella. And you can hear smell the sound of more wings being cooked, which is new on the menu. But congratulations, Ernest. You've expanded your menu a little bit. He says, "I'm glad you like them. I'm trying something new. I'm going to call them Solazar's wings."
Solazar's
There it
wings.
is.
Good name.
He didn't really have wings, but yeah, I mean, I get it.
So, we sit and enjoy some drinks and a meal around this wonderful little table in this comfortable inn. If you remember, it's got a large sort of reinforced door. There's hedges out front and large Persian rugs on the floor that make extremely comfortable. And the highlight of it, of course, is this gigantic fireplace with this petrified oak tree over it. The fire burning in this fireplace, you can smell like the smell of cooking food, and you can feel the warmth of this tavern on your skin as gradually as it starts to get later and later, more and more people tend to filter out.
So are we going to get up and go first thing in the morning? Does anybody have anything else they want to wrap up in town before we go?
The sooner we're out, the better.
We still have the ring, correct?
Yeah.
No, negative,
We-
negative.
No.
Oh, that's
forgot.
right. You flicked it.
Yeah, we get it back. Family.
If I could ask the table's opinion, I do feel bad for calling Gloria's father a pretender. It has been lingering on my mind. I feel as if I should go and apologize before I leave. But I know that we have a bit of a timetable. What do you all have suggestions?
We could apologize. Would be good to leave on good terms. We go real quick.
Yes, real
We
quick.
could probably get some supplies in the morning anyway, so you could maybe do that while we take care of stocking up on supplies.
That would be excellent. I still need to restock on some things. I will give you my money and just please buy whatever is necessary to aid in our travels.
Sounds like a plan. Well, if that's the case, we probably should be getting to bed pretty soon if we're going to be getting up early.
Yeah. Get up. And I leave.
Sure, everyone's going to take
So
off the
we'll
bed.
get supplies. Who wants to get supplies with me? Sawyer, do you want to get supplies with me, or?
I'm already gone.
Oh, okay.
already-
Hey,
I've already
Yamdo,
got
me
up
and you
to
will
my
get
room.
supplies.
Yes, we get supplies.
Ord, you do your thing, and then we'll all meet
Yeah.
here for breakfast, and then go from there.
Sounds agreeable.
Okay, well then I'm gonna head to bed.
Ernest kind of overhears you guys as you're getting up and wrapping your meal and your sit session up. And he's like, "Oh, you're taking off in the morning then?"
Yes.
Yes.
Long travel
Yeah.
to France, I believe it's called.
Prince, the capital, he says.
Capital.
Oh, it's a beautiful sight. Only been there once myself.
Hmm.
It's quite the city. It's definitely no Norbero, I'll tell you that.
What is weather What is weather like in France?
Oh, about the same as it is everywhere there, my jungly friend.
Hmm. Will I?
Now,
Well, I think this has been a lovely town, and we will definitely be back when we're done with our business.
oh, it's a pleasure to hear that, my lady. After all, I'm going to need somebody to back me up once I lay claim to my new name. He says, but I do have one important thing I want to cover with you before you go. And he leans in close and he goes, who's going to be paying for the meals?
I'll cover this go around.
Oh, well, fantastic then. And if everybody ate, it's going to be 4 gold pieces. Thank you very much.
There it is.
Notice Sawyer went to bed before that even came up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ha!
Interesting.
Yeah, Ord slides 4 gold pieces.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed the drinks. They were on the house, or paid for, I guess you should say.
Thank you,
Now-
Ordvik. These wings are very tasty.
Speaking of wings, Ernest, if there's any bread or any remaining food, I would wish to take it up to my room to eat tonight, if that is okay.
You want the leftovers then?
Yes, that'd be exceptional.
He sort of like pouts, and he kind of looks at you, and he goes,
Waste not, want not, my friend.
"You're a weird fellow, you know that."
I get that a lot.
And he says, he kind of grumbles, and he goes off to the kitchen. You see him go to the door, and he kind of opens it, and he turns over his shoulder and looks at you, and you hear him grumble some more as he goes back. At this point in time, there's no one left in this room but you all. If we all are waiting, later he basically has some like an old piece of bread and some like cold stew. He's like, here you go then. I suppose you can just have
many
it.
thanks. Many thanks.
And if there's nothing else I'll be helping you with, I'm gonna shut the building down now. And he starts moving around, taking all of his bottles and things off the wall and putting them back in a storage room, back behind the bar. And everyone, are we going to bed?
Yes.
Yeah, Ord
Sure.
bundles his stuff and says goodnight and thunks up the stairs.
There it is. Come on, Leonidas. Time for sleep. Lola, I see you in the morning.
Good night, my friend.
Good night, friend. Oh, and you've seen my robe, yes? It's a lovely robe. Zoe gave it to me. And
It is quite lovely.
I like it. Come, we go to bed, Leonidas. And Yamdo leaves.
Sure. You all end up in your rooms. Ord, I'm assuming, enjoying his meal in his room. Yes.
Oh yes, absolutely.
And are we doing any sort of late night sleuthing or anything for anyone? Or are we all just going to sleep?
Yo, sleuthing.
I'm in bed.
We love a good sleuth. Yamdo's gonna climb out of his window and just chill out on the roof for a bit to look up at the sky, at the night sky, staring out at the stars.
Yeah.
He loves
It's
being
actually a beautiful evening.
Gorgeous.
Surprisingly warm. It's dark. The lights, the light glow of the town is sort of beneath you at this point. You can look up and see almost all the stars, and there's a huge, large moon, as it was the other night when you ended up on a roof, although it's much more warmer than that evening.
Perfect.
And again, there's this sense of beauty about this evening that is just barely plagued and tinged upon by the sight of these looming mountains. These mountains are enormous, and they're almost like on the immediate precipice of this town. You cross the river, you go through a little bit of forest that you just recently traveled through when you came down to town.
Yeah.
But right there, where you could almost imagine where the entranceway, this waterfall to these mines would be, this enormous mountain range, you can see them defined so clearly in this moonlight. And you know that on the other side, there's this undead menace that haunts your sort of consciousness.
Whew, yeah. Yeah, Yamdo, he's staring up at the stars, man, and he's remembering the times that he would be back home in his village, in the trees, staring up at the skies, staring out off into the distance. It brings peace to the Yamdo. And then he goes back inside and sleeps on his bed and knocks out.
Deal. So everyone sleeps mostly soundly except for Ord, who has the same dream that he has very frequently of
Yes.
darkness and grinding stone and rattling chains non-stop. And then shortly before he wakes, an inhuman scream. And then he shoots up in bed. But only Ord has this dream tonight. But Ord has that dream a lot. And we rouse ourselves from bed. What are we doing?
I was gonna say, I guess, just for the sake of the scene, as soon as Ord rises from the dream, he clutches the gold locket around his neck
Deal?
very tightly.
Deal. Maybe even Ord can come out holding onto it.
Yeah,
No?
sure.
I thought maybe if we no? I don't know. So anyway, everyone rises up in the morning. You guys come out, like maybe Sawyer, you come out in the hallway just as Ord exits from his room. He ducks to get under the clearance of the door built for people far smaller than him. You notice
Jesus
that he
Christ, you're
has his
fucking tall.
has his hand to his chest, clutching this gold. You see the gold chain coming out from inside of his hand. You take note. Sawyer will remember this. Sawyer, you
Yeah,
see
so I
it.
remember that.
You can
I
comment
see what
on it
happens.
or not, or we can choose not to.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, I like where this is going. So as Ord is tucking his gold locket, like into, I guess, the neck of his shirt or tunic. Yeah, GM. I don't know if this is agreeable, but Sawyer, if you choose to, if you want to, you also catch a glimpse of fabric that is black and like burgundy.
Mm. Mm.
I think you notice Sawyer noticing it, but you also like notice Sawyer not willing to say anything about it. He's just sort of like you see that he notices it, and you see he's not gonna say anything.
Oh, and I'm not sure if we mentioned this. We figured out what the Norbero colors were because I know that might. I'm not sure if that's relevant for
I think
anybody.
it was like blue and black.
It's like blue and gray. So Ord is in like a big old suit of blue and gray armor.
Deal. So the black and
All right.
the black. Oh, excuse me. The black
Good.
definitely stands out.
Good
Oh, excuse
morning,
me.
Sawyer. Did you sleep well?
Yeah, Peachy. Let's go do your little apology, and then we can go to press.
Ah, yes. I'll be quick.
Sure. We all find ourselves downstairs. We enjoying breakfast. We're just gonna get right on our way.
Breakfast.
Okay.
And so sure. Everyone's it's the same table you sat at the whole time.
This is
Ernest
our
comes up
table.
Same table, yeah.
Ernest is stretching. He's like, oh, he rubs his chest and sort of scratches his chest. And he's like, oh, and he's like, oh, I hope everyone slept well. Especially it's gonna be your last night in town. He says, I'd offer you the choice of breakfast, but we've only got the same shit we always have. and he says,
Good shit.
anyone not eating?
I ate rather late. I left the bowl of stew, or I left the bowl up in my bedroom. I hope that is not an inconvenience.
Oh, it's an inconvenience, all right, but I'll be taking care of it nonetheless.
No,
Right.
no, don't worry. I'll go get the bowl. I
Oh,
won't
he's
have-
already walking away, humming to himself and bouncing lightly on his feet.
Oh, poor Ord.
He actually goes over to start the fire in the fireplace, and as he's sort of bouncing around, humming to himself with his big old butt kind of bouncing in your direction, you hear him call around him. He says, "Oh, you all are up early today. We're going to be hitting the road."
Got things to do, supplies to be had, apologies to be made, and then off to France.
Apologies to be made. Oh, I hope you haven't offended anyone.
I hope not.
Me? No, never. You wouldn't believe it. I look over at. I look over at Ord.
You smell burning wood and embers as he gets the fire going, and Ernest says, "All right, food will be coming right up." And he steps into the back, and after a brief moment, you begin to smell the cooking of bacon,
Ooh.
and yes, eggs.
Phenomenal.
Phenomenon.
Yamdo hungry. Can't wait to eat this food and get our day started. We had a beautiful night sky. You guys should have seen it. Yamdo was hanging out on the roof for a bit. Reminded him of home.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
I miss home.
What where is your home?
It's far into the... Where is my home, Law? Would it
Pick a
be...
direction, bro. Pick a direction. You go west, you're
Yes.
across the ocean. If you go east, you're like not.
There it is.
I'm thinking to myself, oh, he wanted to do the breakfast scene because he wants to like unload some lore on his fucking character.
It's far...
He doesn't
it
even
is-
know where he's from.
It's far to the east. Far, far, far away to the east, where the jungles are thick and dense, with trees and warm climate. The snow is, it's not keen to my bones, but yes, Ord, you were saying?
Do the jungles that you hail from, do they have cities much like Asteria here?
No, no, no. Small little tiny villages. Tiny little settlements. We trade with one another. My father, the king, he overlooks everything. He's a great man.
I imagine it's sort of like almost an Aztec thing. Like
Yeah,
the father
yeah,
has, like,
yeah.
A ziggurat that he
Defi-
like dwells in.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And also, like, can we say that it's like, what if the ziggurat is also like golden?
Yeah, sure. Go for it, bro. Go on,
Yeah,
take
bro.
it.
Yeah, bro.
There's this like an element to your empire where you actually have a ton of wealth that you just don't know the value of it.
Exactly, bro.
It's so
Exactly.
good.
Are
Exactly.
there
Yes,
dinosaurs there
Mastica.
too?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Are you from
Let's go.
Chult or are you from Mastica? Where are you from?
Yo, bro, let's go. Let's go full Chult, bro. Let's go, bro. Let's go full Chult, man.
It's just, your father and your empire, you have this entire golden pyramid. It's only gold because you're like, oh, it's shiny. It's nice looking.
It's
Like, you have no
shiny, but
idea
it's like worth so
the
much.
value of it.
So I imagine that Lola has seen this and
Yeah.
because of her loyalty to them has never spoken of it and is protecting that secret.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
There it is. There it
Oh
is.
my
There it is.
God.
There it is. So
Please fucking make Yamdo mention it, and Sawyer be like, "What? Say that again? Oh, what now?"
wait, you telling me a whole city made out of gold? There it is. So, yes, we have there is giant structures, different buildings, different structures, not like this, more angular, but tall, massive statues, the gods that we worship. Perhaps one day, when everything is said and done, you can come. You will visit my kingdom, my village. I introduce you to the king, my father, and we have great celebration to honor the metaphor and bacon.
Bacon is always worth celebrating.
Bacon got me at the end. That was pretty good.
That was very good. I would enjoy that
Yes,
very much. Though, if I may, speaking of your gods,
yes.
have you been feeling any strange sensations, or have you been? Yes, I apologize. I dare not say
No.
its name because I can't pronounce it. But
No,
Itzam, has Itzam been plaguing you still?
it is strange because the god of the Duat, the underworld, how he chooses to manifest in reality is still strange to the Yamdo. We've heard of
Held
spirits.
in this town.
We've we've heard of spirits manifesting into the physical realm, but usually just as brief moments, omens, some would say. I mean, Leonidas is an avatar of the god of pride, but Itzam Kabdorn, why he would leave the Duat still plagues my mind with questions. Yamdo will have to think about this, what this truly means. And of course the message that Yamdo was meant for greatness and to slay a great beast. Perhaps these answers will come in time. But nevertheless, no. Itzam Kabdorn was just seen that one moment. And so foolishly, I jumped out of the window.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time.
Yes, Yamdo loved to jump.
Yeah. Yeah, Doe loves to jump.
We jump?
Nope, not right now.
Okay. You.
The Ernest has shown up with your food at this point.
Beautiful.
Ernest, it has been a while since I've been around here, but what's the name of the general store again?
That's called the Herpersheimers. It's run by
Yes.
Herpersheimer.
Herpes? What?
Run by
no,
Mr.
no.
Herpersheimer.
Herpersheimer.
Yes. It's run by
Please.
Herpersheimer. It's a curious little fella.
Please call me Herp. Herp, Mr. Herpersheimer was my father.
Herpy. He's run by that curious little fella, Herpersheimer. He's always flitting about and worried about something.
Yeah, why not?
And he takes off. Ernest does. We consume our meals. Any other conversations for the breakfast table today?
I think we're good.
Good, sure. We feel the need to get up and get out and get our day done. We go outside and it's a beautiful day out here. In the middle of lovely Norbero. But right when we go outside, we are met by a curious sight. There is a group of people who are kind of gathered around this one part of this plaza that you usually end up in, over by the river running through town.
What are they
You
saying?
can hear
Anything?
a commotion.
Commotion?
The most of them are just like there's laughs and chuckles, and you can kind of hear a commotion.
Wonder what's going on.
Can
We go see.
Let us approach.
We go see. Why they laughing?
Are they laughing?
Yeah, it's just like there's a lot of the crowd is laughing. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go take a look.
Let's go see. Come, Leonidas. Come, Lula. Come, Ord. We see. Yamdo like good joke.
So you head over and some of these people who are sitting here kind of like there's something going on here where there's gathered a small crowd of people. 2 or 3 people see you all coming, and once they get the sight of Leonidas, they all sort of panic and they back up and they sort of nervously like.
He's fine.
Oh,
He's
well,
fine. He's fine.
Whoa, what the hell is that? People are saying, and then
Don't worry, he's like a circus animal, and I'm gonna prestidigitation
Oh shit.
some fucking sparks.
Hey!
So
Hell yeah.
give me a performance roll on that.
Hell yeah. Tiny little fireworks.
Let's see it.
Let's see. Let's go. Hey!
Oh, nice. There's like these little sparks and things start flying off it, and the people find it very interesting. You find 2 little children who are sort of up here in the center of this group. They're facing away from you. They're looking at this woman sitting in front of them. But they turn, and when they see Leo, they cheer. Oh wow! And this woman who is in front of them, she's kind of kneeled down, and you can hear her, and she is yelling into this storm drain, and she yells and she says, "Mr. Rigby!" And she turns and she's frustrated, and she looks at you guys, and she's actually probably like 35 years old, but she looks like she's definitely got some not wear and tear, but she's a tough looking gal, and she has brown hair, and she looks back and she seems startled to see Leonidas in this presentation of these strange folks kind of approaching her, and she kind of steps up and she goes, George, don't get near that thing. Stay away. And
No, do
the
not
boy turns
fear.
and says, "Oh," and he says we don't have to be afraid, Mom. And she kind of nervously, she stands up and brushes her knees off, and she sort of nervously looks at you.
Do not fear. He is a good friend. He can be your friend and everyone's friend. You can pet him.
Roll persuasion.
Hell yeah.
Roll
Let's
it
go.
for me, bro.
Let's
Roll it
go.
for me.
Let's go. Persuasion. Whoa!
She nervously reaches down and grabs the 2 children and pulls them close to her side. She says, I'm sure it's very kind large animal. She looks like nervously at him. She says, "But please, just keep him to yourself."
No
And you've,
problem. Sorry,
you've got
sorry.
to excuse me. Mr. Rigby is unbelievably drunk again and lost, cruising around in those vile sewers he loves to be in.
Ooh. We. I look. Yemdo looks back at Sawyer, Ord, and Lola. Can we help?
You, as you ask this, you hear something come out of the sewers, and you just hear,
Yo.
sort of through, and she gets this angry face, and the people around, they kind of chuckle and they laugh, and you can tell by the way they're laughing at Mr. Rigby. They're not laughing with him, and they're also kind of laughing at this woman as well.
I think we pass on this one.
Sorry.
I don't know. I think it would be a pretty easy fix.
Yes, I'm not going to just leave a man inside of a sewer.
Oh, and she
Of course
says,
you're not.
"Don't think for one second that that man is trapped down there in the sewers. He chooses to go down there. Honest to God, Mr. Rigby is a kind man, and he's one of the best people in Norbero. And he has one of the worst possible jobs of trying to make sure that the sewers are being maintained. But he has a bad tendency to overdrink, and when he does, he practically cruises and flies through those sewers, making unbelievable racket, half naked the entire time." Oh, and she stomps her foot and she goes down and she kneels, bends over and she yells, she says, "Mr. Rigby, get out of there!" And you hear like down under.
Oh my God.
There's no harm in him being in the sewers, correct?
She flips up, like stands up so fast that her hair falls over her face, and she goes, "Oh," and she flips her hair out of her head and she looks right at you, and she says, "I'm sorry, what did you say?"
Is there any immediate harm in him being in the sewers?
Well, of course there's harm. It's a sewer. But I guess
And
potentially
as
he
soon
could
as
hurt
she
himself.
says that, I'm assuming there's a sewer grate, correct?
Yes.
Ord is lifting the sewer grate.
Let's go. I'm going. Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. I'm going right there with Ord as well. We be
Alright, join them.
real quick. This could be
Mr.
fun.
Mr. Rigby,
She, you
my
hear her
name is
behind
Ordovic. I am a member of the Order of the Asterian Hawk.
you hear that goes around you. And,
Well, he kind of sounds like he's having fun.
she says, "Trust me, he's having the time of his life. He thinks it's funny."
Yamdo thinks
Mr.
his laugh
Rigby.
is funny.
And she kind of leans and she says, "Mr. Rigby." She's standing still at this entrance, right? I had assumed that it was like a great like sideways like this, like a storm drain thing.
Yeah.
So I guess you guys kind of had to crawl down to get into it as it lifted up.
Yeah, solid.
I mean, as a matter of fact, does Ord even fit?
Ord is not fitting in there. Ord
Yeah.
lifted it up to like yell and maybe get a hand down there, but he cannot fit in the sewer.
So are people actually going in?
Hell no.
Yo, I want to check it out real quick.
Sawyer gets
Mr.
one sniff and he's like
Excuse me.
5 feet away.
How?
Miss-
Go on.
Are
Get
you going
it.
in?
Mr. Rigby, please remove yourself from the sewers. I wouldn't want to have to call the guard.
And there's a long pause, and for a second you think that you're gonna have no response, but then you hear a "No."
What?
He said, "No."
Yamdo's dive. Yo,
Well,
yeah.
this is starting to sound kind of like a domestic thing. Maybe we should just let it go.
As you say, maybe we should let it go. Yamdo looks over at you guys.
I walk over to the hole and I just start yelling. Listen, I don't really care what happens, but there is something in that sewer that we were supposed to deal with and we haven't really dealt with it yet. And I'm gonna use minor illusion to just make the most disturbing noises I can coming from somewhere in the sewer.
Oh shit! Try to scare him out. Try to scare him out.
The sound of a
Gosh,
smoking
give me a
roach.
persuasion with advantage there.
Hell yeah. There's persuasion. There it is. Toggle advantage. Jesus.
You hear this? There's nothing down here but Mr. Rigby.
All right.
And you actually hear
I
Sawyer,
kind
you
of like
hear,
Mr. Rigby.
Mr.
you
Rigby's
hear,
having a good time.
oddly enough, you hear like this squeaking, like a squeak
All right.
coming from the sewer as well.
Check this out. Check this out. Yamdo looks over at
I tried.
the woman, and he says, "You know what Yamdo and Mr. Rigby have in common?" And then
And she says, "And do you know what the temperature it gets to out here? You should put some clothes on."
we're both half naked. And he takes his robe off, and he's back in his loincloth, and he jumps down the hole. He's going after Mr. Rigby.
Roll a, give me a athletics check with advantage.
Hell yeah, bro. Let's go. Let's go get this man out of here. Advantage. Let's get this man out of here.
That's good enough. You land nimbly on your feet, splash down in a maybe a half an inch of water that's at the bottom of the sewer. Immediately, the sense that you get is that it's surprisingly clean. Norbero is just a well-kept town. The sewer doesn't seem to be it doesn't seem to be like I want to say stereotypical Dungeons and Dragons sewers. You know, like there's no like rats and there's no stink or like bad
Ooh.
stench or filth. Doesn't smell great. I mean, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
like
Just
Yeah,
Mr.
and you land.
Rigby.
I
there's a little echo.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I look up and I shout up towards the storm grate. I put my hand over my mouth and I say, guys, it's pretty clean down here.
So the storm grate is like high enough that I love that when I like describe things, I'm looking up, like I'm looking, thinking about how high it is.
Yeah.
It's probably like 8 feet up in the air, maybe like 9 feet. So with a good jump, you could grab onto the edge.
Hell
Like
yeah.
You're not stuck down here or anything.
Hell yeah.
So
Solid. And I look behind me and I look in front of me and I say, Mr. Rigby. Mr.
it's an
Rigby.
echo as your call echoes away.
Mr. Rigby. Come. There's a crowd that wants you.
You don't hear any response, but this squeak, and then it's like rapid.
Does it sound like an animal?
No, it does not.
Damn it. Does it
It sounds
sound
like squeaking metal, like a squeaky wheel.
Oh, okay.
And behind you, you see a grate as some of this, and you can feel this cool water running over your feet as it heads to the grate, and it is dumped into the river behind you.
The river behind me. Do I have a view of this river? Like I can.
I mean, it's like got like there's big metal bars.
Oh,
right?
sick.
So that
Okay.
you can't get into the sewer from the river.
Gotcha.
Like, technically, the sewer, because Norbero, you know what? We'll go do a little dudes.
Yeah.
Let's do some dudes,
Doodle
dude.
time.
Yo, is it doodle time, bro? Hey, yo, we doodling, bro. We love a good law doodle, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Tribute Coast on a Wednesday night. It's Wednesday D&D, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my gosh, did I really do this correctly? Am I like that amazing? Yes, I did. Look at that. Fantastic. So, like, I basically imagine, like, that this is going to be, like, the Norbero Square that you guys were in, right? And, like, here is the Great Oak, right? Great Oak, and then here's, like, the Governor's Mansion or something. Like, and this is just that one square. Can you guys see this? Am I on the right page?
I see. I'm just on the main.
You're
I'm on the map.
You're not. Oop,
There it
you go.
is.
Sorry, my bad.
Hey, solid.
So then this, so like this river, and this is like a very, oops, that's not good, is it? This is like a very like rough kind of sketch, but the river like runs through town, right? So there's like a bridge that's gonna go over the river here. Oh, excuse me.
Hey, we love a little bridge. Hell yeah, solid.
And then, so this is gonna be like a dead drop, and then there's gonna be like the sewer grate, right?
Okay,
Here.
sick. I dig it. Yeah. For
Is
sure.
this making sense? I
It
know
makes
this sort of
total sense. Yeah, bro.
hastily drawn.
I've seen
Here's
this. in
water running,
Oblivion
and this is like-
somewhere.
So
Yeah.
okay, so this is like the town, right?
Yeah. Basically, like there's gonna be
Okay,
lots of.
I understand.
Hell yeah.
Like, there's a street that goes off this way. There's another building here. There's another building here. Like another building here. Like this is this is probably the governor's mansion or whatever. Hey,
Yeah.
and this is probably the Great Oak Inn. I'm gonna draw a little tree.
Solid.
That's a terrible tree. Anyway,
Do the bars look like a human, or do the bars look like Yamdo could slip through them if he wanted to?
absolutely not. They
Okay.
are very, very thin. They are built to keep people out. Like they
Exactly.
just don't want people going in the sewers. It
Hey,
just doesn't seem like a safe thing to do.
Don't
you
be
know?
going down there. All right. Well,
And they're
Yamdo's
thick. They're like 2 inches thick. The bars. They're
Yeah.
just big metal bars. Yeah.
solid. Yamdo's gonna go check out that.
Sure. So Yendo, everyone up top, you hear
I'm not
Yando.
going down there with him.
You hear some
I'm not
faint
going down there.
splashes, and you hear some faint splashes as Yando heads. You can hear Yando head towards the river, and then you hear like the briefest like this is like detective work y'all are doing here. You hear the briefest shuffle as you can determine that Yendo has turned around, and then without a word, you hear splash, 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 splash as he takes off, runs past you, and then continues down into the sewer. The woman
I
up
just
top,
have,
she says,
I,
"I
I
think."
imagine that's the scene where like the camera's just slowly panning at all of us, and you're hearing what we're hearing, and we're just like trying to figure out what the fuck is going on.
Yo, what if it's the fucking yo? What if it's the frog people? Oh my god! Yo,
Should have
yo,
been.
yo! Oh my god! Yeah, Yemdo's pressing forward. He's checking out the sources at still saying Mr. Rigsby, Mr. Rigsby.
So up top, the woman, she looks at you, Ord and Sawyer and Lola, and she says, I'm so sorry. She says, I promise you, there's nothing concerning about Mr. Rigby. It's just, he just gets drunk and he ends up in the sewers, and unfortunately, there's no one here to take care of him but me, and I'm usually the one who has to nurse him back to health. In case you can't tell, I'm quite busy with children of my own. Thank you very much. And she kind of shakes her two kids as she's holding up against her thighs.
When he's ready, he'll show up.
Oh,
Well,
that's
yes. I suppose we should. I don't know what I was expecting. I didn't really think Jamdo would jump straight down there, but I guess that one's on me.
Wait, you mean
Jamdo!
that wasn't part of your plan?
I was more or less hoping I would put my arm down there and maybe Mr. Rigby would, I don't know, come and grab it, and then I could grab him out.
So Yamda,
It's a fantastic story.
you come to a straight cross here down an intersection in the sewers. Looking either way and looking ahead, you see nothing but maybe like the faintest bits of light coming down from up top. Roll a perception check.
Gladly. Hey.
Hey, so nice big crit. So you notice a great many things. First off, once again, this might even be like a water runoff. Maybe there's more than one sewer system here because it does still seem to be in a relatively clean, pristine condition.
Okay.
You you look to your right and you can see that there's actually appears to be maybe some light coming from around the corner, much more obviously than light filtering through the like a manhole or anything, or the light coming from the storm drain behind you. But curiously, you notice two ropes that are passing kind of over your head, and they come from the direction on the right. And as you look down the right with a 23 perception, you can see that they are actually attached by like a wheel, a sort of pulley that is kind of on the ceiling. And they turn after the pulley and go around the corner towards the light, and then they disappear down the way to your left.
Do these ropes look like they can be swung on?
Definitely, they could probably be swung on. There's a series of things, of hooks and pulleys from the ceiling that kind of suspend them.
Tarzan moment. Can we swing on these ropes?
Sure, you jump up and you grab onto the rope. It sinks down a little bit under your weight. And as it sinks, you hear this sort of echoing of these wheels sort of turning, and you hear someone from the right where the light is here, hey. And we're gonna choose to just swing on them. Which way are we going?
We're gonna we're gonna follow. We're gonna keep following the ropes. But if I heard that hey, I'm gonna immediately divert my attention to it and say, hey, back.
You hear. Is somebody down here?
Mr. Rigsby, come! I've come to bring you to the surface. These people are worried.
You were shocked as if you're hanging from the ceiling, which I imagine you were hanging from the
Yeah,
rope.
you know me, bro. With
You were
with
shocked
Tarzan.
as there is a bit, and the rope pulls, and you were actually pulled away from this light, and you were sort of pulled towards the darker tunnel. But you notice that your hands are pulled along, and then your hand bumps into one of these hanging pulleys, and you don't get pulled any further. You sort of the rope stops, and you hear, and you hear a grunting, and the rope is shaking from the direction of the light.
Who is? Yeah, go.
And he says, "Let go!"
I can't. I'll fall. Are you Mr. Rigsby?
And he says, "I'm Mr. Rigsby."
Okay, well, hang on. Grab onto me, and I'll take you back to the surface. What do I don't do I see this guy? What's he look
No.
like? It's
No, you don't see him.
complete darkness. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
well, you can see the light from the up ahead, right? But you
Okay.
kind of got pulled a couple feet away from it.
right. Okay, well, here, grab onto my waist. I've swung with
Well, you
people
can't
before.
see him. Like that's like he's. I'm talking. There's probably like 100 feet between you and like this
Oh.
turn that you can see light
Oh.
coming from around the turn.
Okay. So you're Mr. Rigsby, yes?
And he says, like, "Let go of my ropes."
Well, I'll fall. What are you doing down here? You're drunk.
He says, I live down here.
No, you live on the surface. You're drunk.
You're drunk.
I've never drank. I drink water.
You hear you hear frustration, and the ropes are swinging and crazy. Once again, you're pulled away from this pulley, and then hastily pulled back at it, like he's trying to pull these ropes, and your hand bumps into it and stops the ropes from moving again.
Mr.
And you
Rigsby,
hear,
please stop. You're drunk. Okay, you need to come to the surface now. You're gonna make me fall, and I don't want to fall because I've fallen for 30 feet. I still have a sprained ankle. Just please, Mr. Rigsby, if you could just come, if you could just direct me to the light so that I could see your face. This would be great. You don't belong down here.
roll a persuasion.
Hell yeah, bro.
How many rolls?
Yam's got really good at talking. I'm sorry.
Yo, right? Yo, bro.
You hear this, and you hear like a clip and a splash, and then you hear like a splash, splash, splash of footsteps going through this shallow water, and around the corner comes this strange-looking little fellow. I mean, he would almost be not out of place to be like a very large gnome or a very small human. But he comes paddling from out of the light. You can see his shadow cast on the wall as you can feel like the smell of this wet sewer, and maybe you feel some wet water dripping on your bare shoulders as you hang. Remember, you're not hanging far above anything.
Yeah.
As you hang from these ropes, you're only probably like 2 or 3 feet off the ground.
Right.
And you can see him coming around, and he's holding a torch, and he's in his other hand. His legs seem short for some reason or another, but is dragging and clinking a bottle along the walls as he sort of you see he's almost stumbling. What is curious about him is that he appears to be wearing very little. At the very least, he seems to have what might be described as a large cloth diaper on, and he has no hair on top of his head, but the hair on the sides of his head is way frizzled out, and he has this sort of gray, frizzled-looking, dirty beard, and he's sort of hunched over as he sort of. And he's got big feet. He's a strange-looking, like, hobbit human. And
Hell
he sort of
yeah.
paddles down this, and as he gets to this intersection, he stops and he sees you, and he says, "Hey!" And he says, "You're no fun."
I'm no fun. You're drunk. And I let go of the rope. I drop down and I say, "My name Yamdo."
You drop down and splash in the water, and you say, "My name Yamdo," and you bear witness to his sobriety, because a full 2 or 3 seconds after you hit the water, he recoils in shock, as if it had just happened.
Oh shit.
You scared me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hi. My name Yamdo. Are you Mr. Rigsby?
His feet patter as he patters up to you, and he sort of sways and he stumbles and he looks up at you, and he is extremely short. And you can see this big bulbous nose and these extremely rosy cheeks, just pure signs of alcoholism all over this little strange fella. And he says, and he hands you the top of this bottle, and he says, "Hold this."
Okay, I hold.
What hand do you take it in?
My left hand.
Okay, good. Then he reaches out. After having passed it to you, his now free right hand, he reaches out to shake your hand.
Oh, hi. Nice to meet you.
He says, "I'm Mr. Rigby."
I'm Mr. Yamdo of the Khan tribe. Nice choice of clothing. Very similar, you and I. Together, same.
He sort of looks down, and he's sort of stumbling back. He almost seems to not even see the clothes that he's wearing. He looks up at you, and he kind of squints, and he doesn't even say anything. He just turns and starts pattering down. He patters back away from you and then turns right to head back towards the storm drain.
Come, my friend. Come, and I'm gonna grab him by the hand. I said, "Come, I'll lead you to the way to more liquor." And come, we go. And I'm gonna start going. I'm gonna start going back to the storm drain to get this man out of here.
Sure. He gets the storm drain. He's like, "Oh," he said, "I forgot to bring my ladder. Can you help me up?"
Yeah, sure. And I scoop him up under my arms, and I just start full sprint. Come on, come. We have to go. I need to make it to Prince. I
He's
need to.
bouncing around your arms as you're running.
I need to make
But
it to Prince.
You get to the storm drain, and I assume you pass him up through.
Yeah. I just I found Mr. Riggs.
Ord-
Mr.
Ord is
Rigsby.
already there.
Come, all right, and then like a baby, I just fucking here
Cradle him up.
catch him.
He does seem like a big baby almost. Or you were looking in the storm drain. It's hard to see anything, and then gradually this bald head and this frizzy hair, this insanely drunk face, and this ridiculous, toothy, stupid, drunk grin, squinty eyes, like he can barely.
It's the student film version of it.
Yes. He says, and he goes, "How do you do?" He says, "I'm Mr. Rigby," and he says, "Welcome to my home. How can I help you?" and the woman goes, "Oh, Mr. Rigby," and she reaches down and grabs him, and she sort of pulls him out of there, and he stumbles around. Those of you up top, you can see that he stumbles around back and forth for a second. She's sort of just brushing him off, and she goes, and she grabs the bottle out of his hand, and she looks and goes, "Mr. Rigby," and he goes, "Woohoo!" and he sort of almost falls over. And she kind of holds him up, and she says, and she looks at you guys, and she says, "Thank you very much."
No
and she
problem.
says, come along, Mr. Rigby. Let's get you cleaned up.
Oh man, Yendo, climbs out of the drain and he says, "Do not worry. Just merely an act of kindness for the metaphor."
And she turns back and she says, "The who?"
The metaphor. One Lola, one Soya, one Ord, one Yamdo. 4.
There's like
Yeah, we don't count the line.
there's a bit of a mumbling of the people around as they all sort of nod each other, and she kind of stares at you guys intently, and she says, "Very well then," and she turns off with Mr. Rigby, and the crowd slowly disperses here.
Solid.
I lean over to Yamdo saying, "That's us in like 20 years."
Yes. Serendipity.
Drunk Mr. Rigby.
Right? Yeah, there it is.
Drunk
Yes.
Yamdo.
Yes.
Yamdo, get out of the sewers.
Yamdo, look forward to it. Right? What are you doing again? Lola, Yamdo found something. Come, see.
Yamdo, get out of the tree.
My idea for Mr. Rigby is that he pulls himself around on the ceiling of the sewers, like he cruises around like some sort of. This is. Let me see if I can find a picture of what he's based off of. But anyway, continue.
Yes, serendipity.
Can we
Some would say.
Can we go shopping now, or is this?
Yes, I'm going to
We're
go and
done here?
apologize to Lady Weybridge.
Yeah.
Thank you for the detour.
We'll go get supplies.
Yes, we go.
Here, please take my remaining gold. 16 pieces, I believe it is. Yes, 16 pieces.
I will take good care of them.
Sure. So where are we heading?
I grab
Ord
my
is-
robe and
yeah.
I put it around my waist.
So Ord
We're
is
going to
gonna
go find a clothing store with a real coat.
Yes,
Going to Herpersheimer.
it's awfully cold.
Yeah, Ord's gonna apologize while we go shopping.
Sure. You or do you are heading to Gloria's house, right?
Yeah.
And yeah. So you go. Are you just knocking on the door?
Yep. Just like a knock, knock, knock.
Sure. The door opens and it is a guard, and he says, "Oh," and he says, Mr. Ordovik of the Metaphor, isn't it?"
Oh, has that already spread?
Gloria
Yes.
told us of you, and he said she was expecting one of you to drop by at least. Please come in.
Oh, thank you.
And you are led in. You are led. He leads you to the library, and you go in, and in this library, this great, large, dark wood table with all these different colored tomes of books. There's one window in here that is shining light from outside, and there's also a number of candles and a chandelier lit overhead. In this room, there is two people that you don't recognize, and then Gloria, and they all seem to be kind of going through old documents, maybe versions of a will and things like that. And she says, "Ah, yes." She says, "Ord, thank you for coming." And she goes over and she grabs onto your hand, and she says, "Thank you so much for everything that you've done for me and my family.
It is
I can't thank you enough."
no thanks necessary. It is my sincere pleasure. I'm glad that we could help bring you and your father solace.
Her eyes sort of water as she looks up at you, and she turns and she rubs them away. Um, Aside from that, there's no changes in this room. It smells of a library, and it smells of dusty old tomes and things like that. Um, but she says now, she says, "Of course, honestly, there is no way for someone like me to be able to repay you for what you've done. But I was able to find a bit of a monetary sum that I think would be appropriate to give you." And she
Oh,
puts a bag of gold into your hand.
um,
Yeah.
Somewhere
This-
Sawyer is just like,
this isn't.
Sawyer's like, "I smell something. Fucking, I smell gold at risk. Or it's
I
gonna."
was about to say, yeah. So should be sweating right now because his gold's about to slip out of his hands.
Yeah.
Thank you for this kindness, Lady Weybridge, but this is. You need not pay us. It was. I at least
She
was
rubs
glad to oblige.
her hand along the inside of your hand, and you take a moment to notice how you could fit maybe four of her little hands into the span of one of your hands.
get a quick
Um,
coffee.
she closes your fingers. She pushes your fingers closed over this bag, and she kind of pushes your hand back towards you, and she says, "I promise, it is the least that I could do. I owe you all so much more. Please know that should you ever find yourselves back in Norbero, we are in your debt here."
Thank you, Lady Weybridge. I will not forget that. And I also wish to extend my apologies. When we were in the forest, combating the ghost, I had misspoken about your father, Lord Unwin Weybridge. I did not mean to speak in such an ill manner. He is truly a great man, and the things that he has done for Norbero are without question. I did not wish to depart before apologizing for saying what I had said.
She says, "Don't be ridiculous. There's no need to apologize. Any slight has been far than accommodated for." And she says, "I hope that you understand that some of the things that we've seen I have chosen to keep to myself.
Of course, of course.
I trust that you and the rest of your gang or team will do the same."
Of that you can rest assured.
"Well, I thank you. My most sincere thank you. Now, if you don't mind, I must be tending to my father's will, and it seems as though I've got a town to run in the very near future, so..." And she takes a deep breath and sort of rises up with it and lets it out and sort of shrinks back down. She says, "I suppose I have a lot to learn still, but thank you for the lessons that you've given us."
Of course, and I have no doubt that you will be just as successful, if not more so, than your father was.
Well, I
Thank
thank
you
you for
again.
that. And she nods her head at you and goes back to it.
Yep.
Meanwhile, everyone else is heading to Herpersheimer's, right?
Herpersheimer, the general
Um,
store.
You head into Herpersheimer's, and it is a curious location. It's a strange. Where is it? Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum.
Para 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 doo.
It is a brick, single-story building. It has oddly enough, a yellow roof, a yellow tile roof, and it has this big, huge brick chimney kind of coming out the center of the roof. You go inside, and there's a few things that stand out inside of this room. It's only a couple rooms in this building. This main room that you step into has one circular desk that sort of rises above the rest of the building, so that Herpersheimer himself can stand there and kind of look upon the room. The room smells like cedar wood chips burning. There's a small wood oven in here, and there is a suit of armor in the corner that is arms held out. It seems to have different cloths and things sort of draped over its arms and over its shoulders.
Does it look similar to the suit of armor that our friend Ordovik is wearing?
No. It looks
Probably
like
looks better.
it probably honestly it looks like it's probably just fake.
Oh, wow.
It's more like I mean, they are
Decoration.
very clearly using it as something to hold up like other things that are for sale. So, but you have there is a you hear, oh, welcome, 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 and there's a small gnome atop of this desk, and he sees you come in, and he spreads his arms wide as if to embrace you, and you see him as he mumbles and utters a quick spell, and then there's a pop as he disappears from up there, and he reappears right next to you, and he goes forth, and he goes. And he goes and he shakes your hand, Sawyer. He just sticks out his hand and grabs your hand, both his hand, and shakes it vigorously up. And he says, "Hello, hello." And he says, "Welcome, custom." And Lola grabs your hand and he says, my lady." And he shakes your hand and he goes to Yams and he grabs your and he's like, "Eh?" and he kind of like looks at this weird little like, okay. And he shakes your hand and then he sees
Hello.
Leo and he goes, "Oh," and he says, "Look at this. Is this beast magical?"
Yes, well, kind of. He's a
Oh.
spiritual beast, some would say.
Oh,
His
do you,
name-
perhaps while you peruse the store, you might have allow me some spare time to observe him.
Sure, certainly. His name is Leonidas.
Oh, what brings you to Herpersheimer's general store today?
With a store with a name like Herpin, we had to check it out. I'm sorry.
No, it's perfect in
I
character.
hit that bong a little bit too hard.
Perfect in character.
And that name just left.
With a name like Herpin.
Just kept going.
Well, he said, "Well, you're in luck. I am William Herpersheimer.
William Herpersheimer.
Welcome to my general store. What can I help you find? Please, 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 please."
How'd you do that? And I'm referencing like him teleporting around.
Oh, well, it's quite a simple spell, actually. What I think it is.
We love William Herpersheimer.
Yeah, it's just, he says, "That's a spell called Blink, if you're curious enough." And he says, I could do it a couple times. And he's a pop, and he's back up at his desk.
Do you have like a spell book?
Hey.
How are you doing spells? Are you finding them in the world? Do you want to?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
That's sort of the whole thing with wizards, right? Is that
Yeah,
you technically have infinite spells.
but you gotta
Yeah,
find them or
wizard.
whatever.
I am a wizard. I'm
And
a
he's-
chrono. I am a.
Love the
Yeah,
Chrono
you wouldn't
Wizard.
know. And he says, "La, well, we've got a couple." Excuse me, I have a little bit of a cold. He said, "We've got a couple, maybe old scrolls. And look, I'm not trying to send my business elsewhere, but you might be looking for Ermina Benson. She runs the Enchanting Building in town. It's called Madame Speaker.
Oh, good. One of those. All right.
Alternatively, you could go see her husband. He runs the Alchemist Building. It's called Shrooms and Vials."
Oh, we'll get along perfectly. Okay.
Yeah. What?
Nothing. What else do you got? I mean, I know it's a general store, but what do you? What's your?
Oh, what are you
What's your
looking for?
specialty?
We happen to have a little bit of everything. Although,
Do you have coats?
yes, actually, we do. I have quite a wide selection of coats. Please, please, my lady. And there's a little pop, and he reappears like next to you, and he grabs your hand, and he says, "This way, this way. Step this way." And he leads you back towards past this sort of suit of armor and stuff, and there is this wide array of fur coats hanging up in the back.
Well,
and
I
he-
was
he's
actually
taking the
referring
ladies'
to a
section,
coat
for
for,
sure.
my friend here, Yamdo.
Oh, he most certainly looks like he could use a coat, doesn't he?
Hmm.
Yes.
Do I?
Nothing with a
Nothing too
nothing with a lion.
fancy. Something in keeping with his.
I immediately
Self.
pick up what she's putting down, and I'm like giving suggestions as well. The faster we can get that man in some more clothes, the better.
But nothing too over the top. Simple. Simple, just a leather duster or something simple.
Now, are
Leather
you
duster.
any sort of now what we've got available here, I'm afraid, is simply just regular old clothing. Should you be looking for armor, I could recommend another destination for you.
Yeah,
Well,
send
no,
it back
I
to the
believe
dwarf,
that
send it back
Yamdo
to the
is
dwarf.
unarmed. You're in like unarmed.
Yeah,
armor kind
yeah,
of
no
thing?
armor,
So
no
no,
armor.
I just need clothes.
Oh, well, I was going to
Oh,
say,
looks.
in case you're curious, the man Orin Combs over at Defender's Breastplate, he's very kind and
Yeah.
generous. Oh, you've already met him.
Wait, yeah, we have. Oh, yes, that was, yes, we bought a shield and a mace, Morning Star for my friend Ordovik.
Ah,
I don't think he likes us very much.
well then, if you're not looking for something of the combat variety, I'm sorry, I mistook you for some adventurers with this little ragtag group of friends you've got
Oh,
going
hold
on
up.
here.
I mean, we are adventurers.
But some of us like to adventure a little bit less clothed than others.
Yes,
Oh.
I like the breeze against my skin.
Very well then, very well. Well, please, please, sir, step this way, step this way. And he takes Yamdo and he sort of starts getting you sized up like he's gonna measure you for. I'm just trying to see how you fit. How you fit.
Oh, okay, all right. Oh, whoa, watch it there.
Now, what else can I help anyone with? Oh, there is nothing under this loincloth, he says.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Well,
That's the exact. I want you to know that's the exact noise I made the first time I went to a gym and saw an old man's balls.
oh my god.
I just went, oh, and just walked away.
And, and as I measure up this strange fellow, is there anything else I can help anyone with? I've got vials, clothes, carrying chests, buckets, blankets, barrels. Did you all say you were adventurers?
Yeah,
Sometimes.
Ah, yes, and are you looking for work?
we have been known.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Ah, well, if you get the opportunity, you should do the whole town a favor and go over to the Tempest Respite and run that bastard who owns it out of town.
Ooh.
oh yeah, he's got the whorehouse quest.
Listen, don't metagame here, okay?
There it is.
No, I'm
Speaking
sorry. I
of-
was just thinking out
I know.
loud.
But doesn't it feel sometimes like you're trying to leave town and then 100 things jump in your way? Like,
They
wait,
keep pulling you
wait.
back. Yeah.
We love
don't
it.
leave town yet.
Just slap him in that quest log and keep going. Dude.
We
Just do
love
whatever
it.
You got. You don't have to take off. There's 1,001 things we can do all over the place, baby. Do whatever you want.
We love the
Listen,
content.
Yeah, listen, Big Will.
Hey,
we'll
I'm
we're
like
back in
drying up over
Norbero.
here. I gotta go get a drink of water. I'll be right
Hell
back.
yeah,
Yeah.
solid.
No
Just
coffee
RP amongst
for your
yourselves.
ass.
Shop around. Shop around.
There it is. There it
Look at
is.
that Native American looking.
You look at that Native American looking. There it is. There it is.
They got clothes. They got. You can get a mess kit.
Oh man.
Get some rope.
Or is not here, so I'm not gonna say nothing.
Yo, there it is.
Maybe pick up a healer's kit.
I must say, the sewers of this place, this city Norbero, awfully clean. And that little Rigsby, so kind and so drunk.
Hey.
There it is.
All right, what are we doing? Is that the coat that you want?
Yo, bro.
I just thought this picture of this totally not appropriate looking man
Ah!
with this jacket on was hysterical.
I want it. That's what I
I just
want.
want the jacket now, dude.
That is like the most odd looking combination, that man in that jacket. Is just so wrong.
That reminds me of a lot of the art that I sent you when we were first trying to figure out his look.
Oh my god. I want
Ooh.
it.
Like, I like the jacket, but man, the guy in it
Yo, bro,
is
look at
just
him.
weird.
Look at his tassels. Oh my god. Yeah, that's the jacket, the top one right there.
You guys ever seen the Disney movie Tangled?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's good.
Solid
This is
movie.
this is where I got my inspiration from my Mr. Rigby from.
Yeah, look at him.
Oh, my god,
I
yeah.
Look
love
at
it.
him. Look
That
at him.
makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Anyway, what are we doing? So we get. So do we like that coat? Are we getting that one? What are we liking here?
I like it. It's Yamdo. I mean, being that he's never worn clothes before, it's awfully strange to him. I think he might like require some help in putting his arms through it, because when Zoe gave him the the
Are you
cloak,
taking that
Yeah.
coat though? Is that the style that you're looking for?
hell yeah, bro.
Dick?
Yeah, yeah.
Lola picked
so-
it out. Yamdo loves it.
Ooh,
Alright.
dude, look at that shit.
Damn, Lola picked it out.
Yo,
Oh, well, now it's gone. I like that one. That's what those-
there it is.
Anyway,
Oh shit.
okay. Is this an outfit for Lola or Yamdo?
Yeah.
If that's gonna be an outfit for Yamdo, he's gonna be more like the Joker than he's gonna be. For
I was
fucking-
just kidding. I couldn't help it. Although Lola did.
We live in
Lola,
a
so
society, Lola.
Lola is.
Lola does imagine herself in it for a moment.
Yo.
No, Lola found another jacket that she's eyeing and running her finger across, but has decided to be responsible.
Is that colorful one? Is that the one that she found? What'd you say? She decided to be responsible?
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
Foreshadowing.
snap.
There it is.
That snap. It's great. You don't want it?
Oh, I'm sure I can't afford it right now,
Oh,
but
Huh.
it is so beautiful.
but it wasn't. Oh, okay.
Well, how much is it? I mean, just hypothetically.
Yeah, get a kid. This is a character. Do this in character. I love
Yeah,
this.
of course. See, I was mistakenly out of character, so I was messing that up. He says, oh, that's a fine piece of work there. You see how shiny it is. You can't get coats like this these
I
days.
know it is very shiny,
Oh, it's so shiny.
and I do love the color red.
He says, well, this is one of my finer pieces. Short of my magical items, this coat will cost you, now hear me out, 7 gold pieces.
7 gold pieces. I mean, wow, 7 gold pieces. That's a lot.
Oh, I'm
Of
sorry,
course.
but it's quite fine crafty work here.
I mean, Lola, it's a very nice. Like, that's to pay so much.
Oh, right. Yeah. I mean, goodness.
This is,
I mean,
I like,
you would look great in it, but I don't know if we pull that kind of work yet.
so, Herbersheimer looks out his front door and he says, he says, sir, watch your head! But it's too late as Ord's head thunks into the roof. Ord was looking down at something in his hand as he was coming in.
Oh,
Ah.
Ord's here. I guess we should stop. Okay, yeah. So I'll go ahead and
Oh,
take the
there,
jacket and
big
2
fella.
2 health potions, please.
Ooh, health. Oh, you're not gonna find any health potions here. I'm sorry, but I can recommend you. Yes, like I said earlier, you can go see.
That's
Ah.
right. That's right. Well, then just the jacket. You know what? Do you have? How much is that bag?
Yeah.
No, never mind. 7 gold pieces for the jacket. It is.
There it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
You drive a hard bargain. That
7 gold.
Hard
Yeah,
bargain.
all yours, my lovely lady. All yours. You're going to look ravishing in it, I assure you.
There it is.
He says, "Large man, good night, good day. Sorry about the door, but you can't blame me. You're just unconditionally tall. If you wait a moment, I'll be right with you. I'm just helping these guests."
Hi, Ord. I'm getting measured.
Oh, you know him.
Hello, Yamdo.
Hi. Maybe you can help me pick out proper, what is it? Jacket. I need a proper jacket because it's cold out. And
Yes,
apparently
I-
this thing goes around your arms. Will
Yes,
this?
the robe.
Will I still be able to, Lola? Will I still be able to swing from trees if wearing this chak hat?
If you get one that fits you properly, then yes, because I adventure quite heavily in my jackets.
Okay.
Mm,
Do I
sorry.
need? Do I need pants or pantaloons?
Subjective, but probably.
It'd be nice.
But will I still be able to climb if I wear what are they called? Shoes? Shoes? Do I need shoes too?
Probably even better, yes.
Well, Yamdo,
Keep
you
in
wouldn't
mind,
want
you're
to
always
step on a
welcome to.
nail.
Very well. Okay. Mr. Herpersheimer. And he looks. Yamdo looks at Ord, and then he looks at Ord's style, and then he looks at Lola's style, and then he looks at Sawyer's style, and then back at Ord's style. And then
I believe our friend needs something to protect him from the cold.
yes.
Perhaps
So
heavy leather.
yes. So Mr. Herpersheimer, if you could find me an outfit that is a little bit of Sawyer and a little bit of Lola, and something that I guess fits. And if you could help me put it on too, because I'm not used to clothing.
Mr. Herpersheimer, you are muted.
Oh.
Oh,
no.
I said, he says, good call. He said, I was coughing, so he said, of course, bear with me as I search around for something perfect for you.
Thank you.
What in the heck is that?
That's a little bit Lola, a little bit Ord.
Yo, there it is. I dig it. I dig
Here's
it.
here's a little bit of Lola and something else that she had posted for Yamdo. Sorry, I'm just copy pasting things from these apparently style websites. Even though I don't agree with this particular.
We need to get you.
There it is.
Yes, I want that.
Little bit of
That's not available.
what was that? Cookie
That's not
Monster?
available.
A little bit of gritty.
Oh
What
my
else we
god.
got there?
Hey, there it is. There it is. We love Lola.
Oh, she looks so good.
That's the content right there.
So, if I heard correctly, there are no healing potions available, correct?
Oh, not here. I'm afraid you'll have to go to the shrooms and vials to get that.
Do you, Mr. Herpersheimer, do you sell any torches or perhaps any,
Now, for
practical
torches,
equipment?
you've come to the right
Ropes.
place.
Good, good.
Torches, locks, lamps, hammers, clothes, chests, buckets, candles, soap, and he eyes Yamdo for a second. Parchment, pots, pans, pouches, spyglasses, shovels.
I'm
your guy.
Well, I have recently lost my traveling backpack. I would like to purchase the following things from you. I will need one bag with which to hold my materials. I will need find a length of rope, a few torches, perhaps some flint and tinder if you have such things, blankets, other accommodations for travel. Let's see, rations perhaps, food of some kind, nuts, berries, whatever you have. And let's see, what else? Do you have any, perhaps, weapons or implements of defense?
Only the faintest of them. I think I've got a spear or something here that might work. Perhaps a net.
will
I think
do.
they're really made for fishing, more like. But
I'll take all the above.
oh, you take the spear and the net as well.
Yes.
Oh, well, very well then. Well, that will probably run you about 10 gold pieces.
Excellent. Lola, you have my 16 pieces.
I what?
Lola's like looking at her coat.
Oh yeah. That's that. Of course.
And that leaves 6 left over. Feel free to use the 6 gold for whatever it is you will desire.
No.
I already did. I mean, yes. Thank you.
Now I gotta figure out how to update the items on this character sheet. I have no idea how to.
Something about this is speaking to me, and I'm looking at this jacket that I'm
Oh, we're all
definitely gonna
doing
buy.
fashion.
Yeah, we're like changing clothes. Fuck it, let's go.
There it
I'm
is.
definitely looking at. I'm going through looking at nothing but fantasy fur coats is what I'm going through here.
Hell yeah.
A jacket that
Oh.
looks like that.
Oh, that looks nice.
Yeah, that's
It
the
even has an
content.
arm thing.
There it is. Yo, look at the pit boy. Look at the pit boy.
Oh, look
There
at
it
that Pit
is.
Boy on that arm there.
We love a good pit boy,
Yeah,
ladies
Pit
and
Boy not
gentlemen.
included.
Damn.
Well, Yams can't wear the last thing that Rosine posted
Oh.
because that wouldn't be swing worthy.
Nah.
Yeah, that's a good one, Rascal. I like that jacket. I like that a lot.
Yeah. We'll make it move.
So, if I may ask, Mr. Herbersheimer, do these clothes provide any sort of protection, or are they merely just to change
of course
the
they do. They're
aesthetic?
protection from the elements. He winks at you.
And how much would you say a leather jacket that would fit my friend would cost here? Well, you wouldn't happen to have anything, say, studded leather, perhaps around the chest? Something that could take a punch, you know?
Studded leather. Ooh, goodness. Sorry, he says, really, if you're looking for anything like that, your best bet would be to visit the Defender's Breastplate. Although you might be able to visit one of the leather workers or the tanners around. They also might be able to help you. Whose clothes are you looking for?
I don't know.
Inspiration. Yeah?
There it
suppose I
is.
should go ahead and
Yo! Ooh,
ask
that's the
Mr.
content.
Herbersheimer, are you a tailor by any chance?
Listen, buddy.
You
Okay,
wouldn't be surprised what he could measure.
I can measure very well. But I've only got a limited amount of stock. Okay.
Well,
If you're
could
looking
you-
for a tailor, you're
could you
gonna have to
repair
go.
something?
Oh, what you looking for? Maybe.
And Ord withdraws the tattered garnet and black fabric, which I guess would only just be like a. I don't even know how big it would be. I don't remember how big we said it was, but I guess sizable, like I guess like a neckerchief. Yeah, I guess something like that. And he presents it to Herbersheimer.
I don't know where exactly to find these inks, but this fabric is of sentimental value, and I would like to see it repaired so that I might incorporate it into the armor that I wear. Do you think you could repair this rather quickly?
I love it.
There it is. Yeah, Tarzan in the suit.
Can I go with this and maybe it's just some shoes that are easily to some slip-on shoes so that if I need to climb a tree, it doesn't impede.
He says,
How do
buddy,
you figure out how to put that on?
you want to wear a suit like this?
I think I do. I mean Sawyer looks good and Lola looks nice with her clothes and I think that this would fit our aesthetic because
Hey, buddy, it's your funeral, okay? You can get this if you want.
will it protect me
As he
from
shows it to you.
will it protect me from cold?
Better than what you got. I'll tell you that.
Okay. I just need
Anything's better than a fucking loincloth.
Okay. I just need you to help me put these things on because I don't know what jacket and pantaloons pantaloons are.
I will show you. Unless Ms. Harvey, unless you wish to show him.
Ooh, good.
No, I think that's something better suited to you.
Well, listen here. Absolutely, you can have this.
Okay.
And come over here. Somebody help me get this crazy man dressed. And you guys get dressed, and he says, it looks
Nope.
absolutely
Nope.
ridiculously
That's
fit.
your leg.
What?
Your leg does not go through there. That's the
Oh,
arm sleeve.
oh, this is the jacket. Okay, so jacket goes. Okay, so pants on first, and he jumps into Yando jumps into the pants,
Jumps
bro.
into the pants. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Wow.
That is a way to do it. You could also do it one leg at a time.
Oh, one leg at a time. Okay, we'll remember that. Okay, all right. And you see like Yamdo, he goes to put the jacket on first, but no. You know, he's got to put the shirt on first, and then the vest, and then you put on the sports coat, and then okay, all right, okay. So I guess my arm goes through here. Okay, and
Yes.
fascinating. Okay, And then finally he gets the vest and the jacket. He's just got his bare feet out there on the ground.
Bersheimer steps back and says, oh, okay, finally. And he says, you know, it actually looks surprisingly good on you.
It's quite the look.
Thank you. I mean, it's not what Yamdo usually wears, but maybe now people won't stare at me.
No, I suspect they're going to stare at you much less now. Although you might get robbed, but that's for another day. Speaking of robbing you, that's going to be 3 gold pieces, please.
Ooh, thank you. And Yamdo goes and Lola, who is carrying his money, he's his Lola. Okay, and then boom. And then I deduct 3 gold pieces from my character sheet. Wha!
No. And he's finally there, and then he goes back. He goes over to you where he takes your cloth and he says, listen to you. He says, you should take this. Have you tried having somebody cast mending on this?
No, actually. But I suppose that's an excellent idea.
Well, I recommend you go see Ermina. She runs Madame Speaker. It's the enchanter in town.
Lovely. I'll actually do just that. Thank you.
Go see her and tell her that I sent you. She'll give you a deal.
Hey, we love a good deal.
We like to play off each other's strengths here in Norbero. Now, if there's anything else I can be helping y'all with.
Yeah, how much for this jacket?
You getting that jacket?
Yeah.
And he says, this old ragged thing, this is going to cost you 3 gold pieces.
Oh
you know,
no, 3 gold.
You really do me like that. And I'll give him 3 pieces.
The prices are not negotiable, sorry.
I completely understand.
3 gold pieces, deal. You got yourself a new coat.
Yeah.
Everyone's freaking outfitting themselves, bro.
We love it. The outfit content.
Great. Now what are we doing?
I guess we're going to the place where they have the other potions and stuff.
Madame Speaker.
Yeah, the Enchantress.
We love Madame
Yes.
Speaker. Hell yeah. Yando's
You,
getting used to his like clothes and shit, just like walking in clothes. It's a foreign feeling to him.
I'm telling you.
You step back into the sun.
Django Unchained.
Yeah, perfect, dude. It is like Django. Dang, we should have just gotten that outfit. Why didn't we just do that?
Django Unchained outfit. There it is. Oh man.
Oh, no.
I go up to Lola and I say, Lola, how do Yamdo look? Perfect.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking up Django Unchained.
It's that badass blue outfit. The blue suit.
You look very handsome, Yando.
Thank you, Yamdo handsome. He's still just trying to get used to walking in pants.
Yeah, I'm watching it, and it's the greatest
Hey.
thing I've ever seen.
He's
Yeah,
like
Bill,
limping.
How do you feel?
Yamdo feel. What is the word? Sexy.
Oh, I'm too sexy for my loincloth.
I'm too sexy for my loincloth.
I don't know what he want. I don't want to know what he felt like before.
Free.
Free. There it is. So
What
now
is this
you've got this well-dressed man who hangs around with a cat, a starry cat. Oh my God, this is the
I like that
content.
he's basically still wearing an outfit that people probably be like, wow, that man looks cold. But they're probably just like, or worse yet, they've seen you 2 or 3 times since you've been to town and like you're known, and then they see you in this and like, wow, he does not know what the fuck he's doing.
There it is. Oh my God.
Man.
This is like, actually, I finally found something that I thought would have been good. As like a traditional, I only got a small picture of it, so it's not even that good. But it
Yo, there it
took me
is.
forever to find anything that I thought was like really, honestly. But anyway, screw it. Yeah, so we head over to the as you approach where Madam Speaker is, you can hear shouting as you head up there is a young man, a young boy, or a teenage boy or something outside in the street who is shouting news and stuff. He's just the town crier.
Of a town cry.
So he's saying, hear ye, he says, hear ye. Unwin Weybridge pronounced dead as of last night. Gloria Weybridge to lead Norbero. And he says, Pendle Castle is closed to all visitors. Visitors heading to Pella's Wish should know that the castle is now closed to visitors. And amongst other random miscellaneous things that I'm not going to go over.
Wait, weren't we supposed to be going there?
Yes, we were. It was
Later,
one of our
later.
destinations. That strange couple went there.
Don't forget
You-
Prince first.
You get to the Enchanter Building. It is a timber-framed, large, though, single-story building. In the front, it has this small, little, low-level fence with a garden sort of out front. There is a pillared, like curved roofed entryway that sticks out past the garden. And as you enter in, there is a beautiful oak countertop and bookshelves full of books and candles, and miscellaneous reagents and things like that. A woman stands behind the desk, and it is a female elf. Light gray hair. She stands and she sort of smiles at you as you enter, and she says, welcome to Madame Speaker. I've heard of this strange traveling crew and was wondering if you'd come by and see me.
Day
Hi.
2, miss.
And what do you think?
Yes, in the flesh.
Well, I've heard only good things. I assure
I
you.
say that specifically because we've all just had an outfit change. Everyone's like a little extra posy right now.
It's quite the reputable-looking group of people. Although, I was told that you had a savage, half-naked man who ran around with you.
Oh, here's I. Nice to meet you. Yamdo
Mm.
of the Khan tribe.
Ah, very curious.
Yes.
As she sort of like looks at you sort of confusedly about your outfit choice. Well, what brings you to Madame Speaker today?
We heard
Potion.
that you would.
Things.
Yes. Potions.
Ah, potions it is then.
Oh, and amending. I was told by Mr. Herbersheimer that you would be able to cut a deal for the repair of some fabric.
Oh, well, please present the fabric. Mr. Herbersheimer is so generous to be sending some business my way.
Ord goes ahead and presents the fabric.
Ah, yes, and she says, this will not be but a simple single cast to fix. But perhaps we can discuss it after you've purchased anything else.
Potions, please.
Yes.
Mm. And what sort of potions are we searching for?
The healthy kind.
A potion of healing.
Yes. Yes.
Ah, we have a ready supply of healing potions. How many would you like?
How much do they go for?
Ah, these healing potions are 50 gold pieces each.
Woo! Woo! Perhaps.
Do we have 50? Do we have 50 gold?
We do not have 50 gold.
Ord reaches, I guess, into his pouch and withdraws the bag that Gloria gave him. He has not yet opened it. He's going to open it now just to get a general sum of how much might be in this bag.
Generally, there's about 300 gold pieces in there.
There it is. And Yemdo has 81 gold from his character creation, so he's got enough for one.
How are you the richest motherfucker, dude?
Because he started with a loincloth.
I started with a loincloth and a spear.
Well,
A wooden
my
spear.
friends, if you would prefer, I do have magical healing abilities. If these potions are too costly, we can rely on those for now.
Did she give you that?
Ah, yes, Gloria, this was a way of thanks. Which, of course, since we all contributed, this is to be split amongst all of us. So, of course, you all are more than welcome to my share.
There it is.
I'm not sure exactly how to split this amongst four. Do we include Leonidas in this?
Give my
But
share.
I would
Call it the
Yamdo.
metaphor.
give my share to Lola. And this could also play into the fact that that like why Yamdo has no just like care for gold, because he's seen it so much being surrounded by this golden kingdom of him, so he just sees gold. He's just like
Yeah,
exactly.
That at home.
But even though he
Fucking
doesn't
paperweight.
even though he doesn't know the true like value of it, he's just like there's a giant ziggurat made of gold where I'm from. So yeah, so he says you can give my share to Lola.
Definitely,
well,
dude.
not
Definitely.
like hold up. Like we don't gotta be so like. I mean,
I imagine Yamdo will find like more value in like a rare piece of animal or something.
Yeah.
You know, like this is a griffin claw. Like this is like whoa.
Yeah.
Like he toss a pile of gold aside to get at the claw of a griffin. Or
Exactly, bro. Exactly. Or like a stone or something, man. Like a rare rock. Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Anyway, she says we do have a wide variety of potions available here. Perhaps something more simple, oils, perfume, my lady.
Ooh.
wouldn't be a bad idea to pick up at least one health potion just in case.
Yes, I'll buy two. I'll buy two
For the
for all of you.
and she sort of like she glides almost over the ground on this long silk sort of dress that drags along the ground. She kind of almost seemingly glides over to Sawyer, and she says, "For perhaps the less reputable, we have poisons and acid."
Does
I'm,
Sawyer's
before you can even respond,
eyebrows
she kind
go?
of glides.
I'm actually,
Wait, what is Ord throwing a fit?
No.
I'm actually looking for something more for the intelligent variety, like spell books.
Ah, a spell book. Of course. As a matter of fact, everything that I've been telling you about is actually shit that's available at my husband's store. So I'm pretty fucking stupid, aren't I? Oh my god. No,
We're not
anyway.
in the shroom place. That's right.
No, we're not. Yeah.
That's funny. Well, maybe,
Oh my gosh.
maybe
dude.
it's like a
No.
combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell, you know?
Yeah, exactly. They're right next to each other, dude. Right next to each other. Fuck it. Oh man.
Is the
How
content?
about this, Ms. Benson?
Yes.
As an enchanter, how much do your enchantments tend to go for?
Oh, well, it depends on the enchantment. What are you looking for?
My friend here has a propensity for jumping from high places, often to his detriment and ours. I was wondering if perhaps you might be able to enchant his clothing, or forgive me if this sounds a little explicit, his loincloth, which seems to be the one thing that he is never without, with either something to help mitigate the speed with which he falls to the earth, or perhaps makes it far easier for him to leap in such a manner.
Yo, the content. Don't be
Well, if
breaking
you're
your
looking
legs.
for perhaps to have some sort of professional magic item crafted, it would require quite an extensive amount of work, but perhaps you're looking for something that will just slow his fall or allow him to glide a distance.
Yes, actually, yes. Either a delayed fall or yes, gliding. That might actually work for him quite well. What do you think about that, Yamdo?
Mmm. The longer Yamdo can stay in the air, the happier he can be. Yes, yes, yes.
And while I'm on the subject of enchanting clothing, my friend here, Sawyer, uh, you called him what of ill repute. Um, his talents require him to be, well, not very well perceived. Do you have anything in your repertoire which might aid him in going through his tasks undetected, or perhaps even vanishing from sight completely?
Excuse me. Oh, yes, of course. Well, we do happen to have a single potion of invisibility available.
I was thinking more of the book
Ah,
And a book you shall
than
have.
practicing magic, in my spare time.
so confession, I don't normally do like buying it. So do you just want it
I'm
like to have
fucking with
access to them? You just gotta buy it like.
you. You want to figure that out after the session, and we'll just like.
I
'Cause
just want to.
I'm sure
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
sure, sure. Um,
I know there's like a process of it, so we can like figure that
yeah.
out.
I mean, I'm looking at like things that are like tables of spell availability.
Yeah, because you gotta buy like the
Also,
ink and shit, right?
Law.
Yeah.
I'm if you would like me to be less vague about the requests and like just explicitly be like, hey, can you put like leatherfall on like or like featherfall on his shoes? Like I'll
Yeah.
I'll do that. I was just trying to be within the realm of
What
character.
No.
what I
Definitely do it in character,
love.
but then ask out of character afterwards, because otherwise I'm sitting here being like, do you want me to make
What
something like?
exactly are you asking for? um, what I love is that invisibility was this fellow was looking for. Sawyer.
Ah, we love it.
Fucking, that's hilarious. Um,
Yeah, because I'm not really sure exactly how like D&D enchantments work. I figured it was like you can put the enchantment on like a ring or like a piece of clothing. So it's like, like if you want like your cool jacket to have like fire resistance here, this is how much that enchantment will cost or whatever.
Yes.
Um, okay.
It's money and time. So you would go to Enchanter, pay for it. They would spend the time making it, and you would come pick it up.
yeah.
Gotcha.
There's
Um,
like charts and shit.
and I think it's probably I mean,
It's
off the top of my
very
head, I'd
expensive
say,
though.
yeah, I think it's
Gotcha.
probably. I mean,
Even
I would
like the
probably
lowest
say,
level is super expensive, like
and
1,200 gold.
I would imagine that you'd probably get a discount if you bring like the materials, like if you go collect some rare materials, especially if it's like, you know. Also, you got to remember if like you could probably commission to have like a super strong, if you were really, really rich, you could commission to have a super strong piece of armor made, but it'd be cheaper if you supplied the armor or something. So,
Yeah, like I wasn't sure if the enchanting part, because like she had mentioned like making a magic item. So I was like, well, not really looking to make like a magic item, just looking to modify the stuff that we already have. But I
uh-huh.
guess that's kind of also like one and the same. Um, but yeah, I get like if we bring our own stuff, it might be better. Like, or could be like, hey, can you take my shield and like put like I don't know, a thing on it, makes it shiny.
So, yeah. Well, what do you want to make a shiny? What?
No, that's a total goof. I figured that would
Okay.
be like what the
No,
enchanting
no,
was
no.
instead
Well,
of being
definitely.
like make
I
me a
would,
shield.
I would say if you want to get Featherfall on a pair of shoes, it would definitely be like in the range of 1,200 to 1,300 gold, without having any like, with supplying junky shoes that no one cares about, which is fine. But
Well,
supplying like,
Yamdo, I don't have 1,000 gold.
and
Perhaps we can come back when we are more rich and famous.
she does have the availability for an invisibility spell, and she But she does say, this would, to allow you to copy off of this, it would be 250 gold pieces.
Yeah, maybe we'll come back later.
Yeah, I'll have to start incorporating like things like spell stuff into loot.
Yeah, that'd be great. I
Oh,
was looking up
materials, yeah.
the things. Basically, depending on the level of the spell, I have to pay for materials to learn it. So I can either find that spell book or steal it or some shit, or buy a
Yeah.
spell book for money and then learn it.
Oh, okay.
Well, don't you already have a spell book, quote unquote?
Yeah. You're like you're like learning how to cast it using your spell book. So it's a lot of
Yeah, yeah.
copying information,
Yeah, I imagine as like you copy
which
the
will
information into your spell
reflavor it.
book. Yeah, yeah.
Sure.
However you want. I imagine copy it into your chronograph in one way or another.
So here's the flavor of it. Sawyer can't read these fucking books. He'll skim
God.
through them and make believe he understands them, but he doesn't really. But he knows that there is an alternate universe where he was a wizard and he does understand this shit. So as long as he has the book, he knows who to go to, because that means that version of him has the book, so he knows how to cast a spell.
It uses the chronograph to watch the other guy learn how to do it.
Oh my
I
god,
dig
this man's watching
Yep.
YouTube videos.
Mhm.
This man is YouTube learning.
It's like the
Put it
fucking.
that way.
It's like the. Don't go into your son's room. Sawyer closes the chronograph. Oh, what are you watching, Sawyer? Nothing. Oh no. Anyway, she says, "Is there anything at all I could help you with besides these healing potions?"
2 potions in the mending.
Ah, well, I will give the mending complimentary because of your purchase. And because of the generous deeds that you have done for this wonderful town. And she mends your shit. Which I think, what it turns into
Yeah, I don't actually know what it turns into.
I think it turns into like a scarf, but like a tabardy sort of scarf, like a
Oh, hell
nicer,
yeah.
um, but it is an all black thing, and it bears the red tower of Blackbrook, right?
Ooh.
Yeah, it's got the garnet and the black, and then yeah, the tower of
The
Blackbrook.
sigil of red tower of Blackbrook, yeah. Um, she sees this as she mends it, and she like kind of squints at it curiously, and then hands it slowly back to you. And she says, "That's a curious thing. Where did you find that?"
It is a curious thing. I didn't actually know what it would look like completed. It was damaged some time ago and has been with me ever since. But I thank you for this. It is quite beautiful.
Where did you find it?
Far away from here.
I would imagine so. That's the first evidence of anything coming out of the north that I've seen in quite some time.
Well, actually, me and this group were around the Rose and Victory Inn. But that is another story for another time.
Well, I'm not familiar with it, but I would be curious of me to hear that story, most
Don't
certainly.
gotta worry about it anymore.
I will share this with you in confidence. But the Rose and Victory Inn was lost. We were attacked by undead. They overran the inn and caused us to flee southward.
A curious tale, most certainly.
Of which my compatriots can, in vivid detail, support.
Her eyes sort of go from you to all the other people in front of her, and reading the seriousness on your face as she looks back at you, Ward, and she says, "Yes, that is a most curious tale indeed. Most certainly one that does not pose a good omen."
No, but if I'm able to reach Prince, I have orders to deliver this dire news to the king, and we shall hopefully resolve it with all haste.
She sort of like spaces out, and she kind of looks past you, and she says, "You know, they were people once."
I do. I know that all too well.
And she refocuses on you, and she says, "Well then, good luck on your mission.
Thank you.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
I think we're good. Do we split
Yes.
that money?
Uh, I took the initial 100 gold out of my coin purse here to pay for the potions, but the rest is for you. 200 for the rest of you. I have no real need of it.
200 what?
Lady Weybridge gave us a sum of 300 gold for helping her with her situation, which she also suggested that we be discreet about. Present company withstanding, Mrs. Benson. Um, but
She
yes,
squints at you kind of curiously.
but
Discreet, she says.
I have paid 100 gold for the acquisition of two healing potions, both priced at 50 apiece. And since I have no real need of monetary things, the rest is for you.
Bored
The
with
three
tiny
of
little,
you.
tiny little
That's
we're just like,
200
I got
gold.
healing potions. The tiny little vials in his big hands.
There it is.
It's like,
So we gotta divide that up 3 ways, huh?
Yamdo had mentioned that he would give his gold to you, so I guess it's
Yes.
200 gold split between you and Sawyer.
Okay.
that's 100 gold apiece. I'm okay with that.
So
I had to
I
fight a ghost.
suppose I should say, in the event that I do need to either pay for food or anything like that, would I be able to borrow? Should I just keep a share of the gold?
We'll take care of you, Ord.
Excellent, excellent. Very good. Then yes,
Madam
100 gold
Vidson
for each of
chimes
you.
in. She says, am I muted? No? Good.
You're good.
Okay, she chimes in. She says, many times I've heard that adventuring parties such as yourselves will elect a treasurer to maintain the majority of the group's funds.
Yeah, nope, I'm not good with paperwork.
What
Eh,
paperwork?
we'll figure it out.
I'm good
Or
just taking
I'll
care
make
of
sure
Ord
it's
and
fit.
Yamdo, but I don't want to
Sawyer,
have to
you
keep track of
seem
whose money's whose.
Sawyer, you seem to be proficient with accounting, and
You would be correct.
You will be correct.
then I
Oh,
believe it is
man.
agreeable that Sawyer, perhaps Sawyer, you would be agreeable to being treasurer.
I think that I'll just keep the 100 that me and Yamdo.
Oh, right,
Nice.
right.
I'm looking at it. Yeah, I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna convince Lola. I think we're fine.
Okay, very good.
You two don't deal with money. We'll deal with the money.
There it
Split
is.
50-50. Perfectly fair.
50-50.
Sure, we step back out again into the sunlight of Norbero. There is a curious sight here that was not here when you stepped in. The town crier has gone, and there is a strange, large wooden wagon drawn by a almost ombre red colored horse.
Oh
A
God,
large
couple
horse.
again.
Nope. And it is it's definitely a different wagon than that. It's a dark wood wagon, but it has a kind of a covered roof, this purple covered roof. I've really been doing this whole time without any musica. For a little long, why not? Fuck it. And standing kind of just outside of it, shuffling things around, it is a tall but relatively thin looking fellow wearing a weird sort of fluffy and poofy and ruffled purple and white outfit. And as you step out, and as maybe Ord or this noise is heard, he wheels around real quickly, and then sort of the same motion of wheeling around, just sort of smoothly wheels, and then gently kind of falls back with one elbow and is leaning against his cart, and he's smiling real big at you guys. And he says, "Well, well, well, look who we've got here. Aren't you just the most curious bit of adventurers that I've ever seen?"
I could say the same thing.
Yeah, or looks to the left and right at his present company. Just kind of whispers.
Do any of you know who he is?
No.
Fucking clue.
Oh, well, well.
I like his clothes.
Please step up and join me.
What is this?
I have quite a bit to discuss with you.
Yamdo walks forward.
Or just
Kinda-
defensive.
He sort of he
Oh,
like leans
insight
forward,
check.
like kind of what
Oh
insight
yeah,
check?
that's
him?
right. We can do insight. Yeah.
Yeah,
I would like to insight check.
roll it, brother. No advantage on that. That's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You best you can discern is that let me pull up his stats here.
Tall fella wearing purple and white outfit. Is it Prince?
Oh, it does. It does. Very reminiscent of Prince for sure. Dude,
Dad?
very reminiscent.
Father.
There's
Oops,
always
I
a
did not
chance.
mean to do that.
Purple on.
Does he have a motorcycle? The content.
Sorry,
It's all good.
stuck going through.
Have you and I engaged in a kiss?
What?
When doves cry. Doo, 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 doo. Doo, 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 doo.
I just want your extra time and your
Yeah.
kiss.
Doo, 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 doo.
I mean, Lola could totally pull off a raspberry beret. I'm just saying.
Yes.
Let's go.
Okay, sorry,
The kind you
Rascal.
buy, the kind you buy at a secondhand store.
He definitely doesn't seem like he's overly threatening right off the bat.
Okay.
But he pops himself kind of off of his cart and with one straight leg almost like pole vaults himself sort of up and then almost seems to fall but quickly catches himself with his feet and like in one curiously smooth motion, quick steps goes forward as his head is down and as his head sort of rises up, his hand rises up until he stops dead in front of you, Yanks. Hand
Hi.
held out, looking for a handshake.
Oh, Yamdo has given handshakes before. He just had one earlier today with Mr. Bigsby, and he says, "Greetings." And with my right hand, I shake his hand, and I said, "Greetings. My name is Yamdo of the Khan tribe," and I shake his hand.
Ah, Yamdo of the Khan tribe. Far from the east, of course.
Yes, and this is Leonidas. That's Ord, Lola, and Sawyer. We are
Well.
the Metaphor.
The metaphor, what a fantastic a gang of adventurers you are indeed.
Yeah, thank
My
you.
name is Gully Foyle, and I am a trader and traveler extraordinaire at your service. And he bows very deeply to you.
Ooh, I bow as well.
And,
What
Perhaps-
brings you to Norbero?
oh, well, I happen to be coming into town just out of curiosity. And I, at first, had attempted to drop by Pella's Wish to see one of my favorite sights. As you can imagine, I'm talking about Pendle Castle. Unfortunately, it seems that there was a bit of a less reputable owners of that building now. So I decided to make my way to quaint little Norbero
Wait,
and visit
owners?
here.
Who owns Pendle Castle?
Ah, yes, a very important question indeed. Have you heard of the cult of the Undying?
Ooh,
A little bit
No.
here and there. Whispers.
Oh, wait, you have?
Yeah.
they're
Well,
the,
this is news to me. Please explain.
You
Well,
don't remember I told you?
are they the people that say life endures?
Oh,
Yeah, those
those
people.
people.
yes, my strange jungly friend, they are the people who say life endures.
Oh, life
Indeed,
endures.
they are. Well, I assure you that only the strongest and the most sturdy of adventurers will be able to rout them out of that castle now.
But wait,
But
why-
it is none of my business, I assure you. What is my business is the sale of magical items.
Hey.
Mm.
Well, what do you got?
Ah. Please, take a look into my cart, and he opens up the side of this cart, and this like big wheel thing, like a big like axled wheel with different segments, like different cabinets. It's spinning kind of inside of this, this like inside of the side of this sort of thing that he has opened up, and basically there's 5 little doors, and 5 doors open up. You see within a he has a magical short sword, a magical shield. Blah, 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 I can't do any of this. A bag with something inside of it, and an instrument,
Ooh.
and he has a what looks to be a healing potion as well.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, what was that? An instrument, a bag?
Instrument, a bag, a short sword, and the
What's in the
potion.
bag?
What's in the bag?
This fantastic little thing is called the Dust of Disappearance. Are you familiar with it?
Oh, get it,
Can't say I
Sawyer.
am, but I like the name.
Get it, Sawyer. Get it.
Yes. You throw this into the air, and every creature within 10 feet of you will become invisible for a matter of minutes.
Whoa!
And how much would such a thing cost?
Oh, well, this is quite the rare little thing. But for such a well-traveled orc as yourself, someone coming all the way from Esdrig, I assume,
Hey.
I would let this beauty go for 250 gold pieces.
I just put the bag back.
Well, I am so sorry to see your disappointed state. Then perhaps I can interest you in a simple potion of healing. And he grabs the potion out of the thing, and the rest of the door is closed.
What of the other items? I noticed a
My
shield.
sword.
What
Of
does the
course, yes.
shield do?
Well, this shield has magical properties that make it stronger and better than your average shield. And he kind of gently caresses the little door that the shield was in, and then he says, "But alas, if you couldn't afford the dust, you will never be able to afford the shield." And he sort of throws his hand over his head like, "Oh."
Oh my god, this
Well-
guy's great.
Well, Mr. Foyle, I would like to inquire the price of this better shield.
This fantastic shield would run a measly value of 900 gold pieces.
That seems quite acceptable.
Oh, trust me, it is. It is. And I find you all to be quite acceptable. That is why I will let this potion of healing go for simple 40 gold as opposed to 50.
Done.
Whoa.
Immediately, I take that.
There it is. There it is.
What about this short sword?
Oh, my madame, I apologize profusely, but again, if you can't afford the dust, if you can't afford the shield, you could never afford the sword.
Well, I didn't want the dust or the shield, so I don't know that I could afford them or not.
And such a brash temperament and such a beautiful woman. This lovely short sword would run you 1,200 gold pieces.
What makes
Well,
it
what
so
does it
special?
do?
There are those that say that this short sword, and he puts both hands up on this like thing as he's kind of caressing this little door the sword was in. This short sword is enchanted to hit harder and more often than your average short sword.
Wow, the content.
Group. We.
So, just out of curiosity, do you have a discount for people who are willing to actually pay for it instead of just coming back later and stealing it?
Oh, my lady, you will find that this is no ordinary traveling salesman who stands in front of you. I am more than that. I am Gully Foyle, traveling salesman and explorer extraordinaire. Thank you very much.
Well, I wasn't going to steal it. I don't do such a thing. I'm
Of
just
course
saying,
not,
since
of
I'm
course
willing
not.
to actually pay money versus stealing it or telling someone else to steal it, I'm
Well,
just
I
curious
would
if you
assume-
offered a discount.
Oh, I think that as Gully gets to know you all, perhaps a discount could be in the works. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, Unfortunately, there is no such discount available currently, which is a shame. I would have assumed someone who comes from Prince with your heritage would be a little bit more willing to spend some coin.
Excuse me?
How you
Oh,
know?
nothing. I was just lamenting on the situations of some people in their pasts. Poor Gully here, I had to find all my own fortune and wealth.
How do you know about Lola?
I think we're done
Oh,
here.
I don't know much about anyone really. I just happened to find your particular adventuring party rather interesting.
Hmm.
Well, I
I
think I no longer find you interesting, and I walk away.
Oh shit! Hell yeah! Yendo goes up to Gully and he says, he he shows Yemdo shows Gully the spear, his spear, and he says, "This spear has been long with me. I made it when I was 12, and it's caught many fish and slayed, many creatures to provide food. But one thing that it is not good at fighting is spirits, particularly the bloody wench kind. How much would it be to maybe, I don't know, make it so that it could overcome resistances?"
Oh, my poor man, I'm afraid that you've come to the wrong person.
Oh.
You're looking for a blacksmith, perhaps to imbue your spear tip with some silver.
Ah.
I merely vendor the items that I found in my travels.
We see.
Mr. Foyle, forgive me if this sounds rude, but how do we know that these are actually mystical items? My
Oh,
present
my goodness.
company have taught me to be a bit skeptical.
Hey.
I
Um,
most certainly would allow you to view them and then inspect them after you've purchased them, and
Yeah, it's
have no
been about.
fear.
I've definitely been trying to cast detect magic for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, totally. You detect like a significant amount of magic involved in all of this. The
Oh yeah,
cart, not the
it's
horse, but
legit.
Gully and the cart for
Ah.
sure. I mean, everything. It's more than just the items in the cart. Like the cart is magical, and Gully is radiating stuff as well. The horse is not.
You
It's always the guy in the car.
you
And he says,
non-magic horse.
Trust me that you would have full availability to test their durability and their magical prowess. But if you are not satisfied, I will offer you a full refund on the spot, my good friend. But I'm afraid that, considering your current financial situation, we simply have not got much of dealings to do. But, and he climbs up into his cart and he says, I do say that I will be keeping my eye on you. And he whips his, like, does that reins thing, and he
Yeah.
says, we're off. I assume we'll be meeting again. I head towards Prince.
Oh.
I look forward to our next meeting. And his cart rocks back and forth as he rides out of town.
he seems like quite the charlatan.
Oh, most definitely.
And I think we end there. That's 11:14.
There it
Yeah.
is.
Talk about the content. We
What?
spent an entire night shopping.
Yo,
know,
the
I
content.
know.
We're going to
shopping
Prince, guys.
episode.
We're shopping in Norbero.
We're shopping.
There it is. We love it.
Good. I love shopping.
Oh yeah.
I definitely want to make it like so that there's whatever you want is available in a not every town obviously, but every whatever you want should be available in Norbero.
Yeah. Out of
To some degree.
out of curiosity, how much is it to silver tip a spear so that I can overcome resistances?
I would imagine not very expensive.
Alright.
Like definitely not talking magic item expensive. Remember that magic items are rare
Yeah.
in this game, so that's an aspect of something that like the price wise, yes.
Hell yeah. Solid.
And yeah, so that's there we go. Thank you for joining me for a session. I appreciate it.
Yo, that was
lovely.
biz.
That was good.
What about whew, discussion or anything? We're still heading towards Prince.
Yo, bro. Well, I was actually
Well, that's
going.
why we're shopping.
yeah. But now, yeah, because fucking we all
I don't remember why we're going to Prince.
shit.
Um,
that's true.
We are going for 2 quests. One
Yeah.
to go through the catacombs
Yes,
to get
yes,
those
yes, catacombs.
things, and then to deliver the message.
That's
for
right.
Ord.
Yep. About the undead.
There it is. And yeah, speaking of the undead, we should, before we head out, and we could probably just do that like out of game, but we should go to that blacksmith and silver tip our weapon so that if we fight any more ghosts, we're not hitting at half damage.
We's a strong word, alright? I got 5 bullets.
Oh shit, that's true. Okay, so for us melee folk,
Well, can
Yeah,
I get
we
some
can-
silver bullets?
yo,
we can
yeah.
get the silver
true.
tipped weapon. Ord just unlocked magic weapon, so I should be good there.
Oh,
And
shit.
I also got my smites. I'm
Yo,
good.
that's right.
You smite.
All right, so yeah,
Did you have smite for the last fight? 'Cause smite
Yeah.
would've wrecked
No,
that
I
lady.
did. After
You didn't want to hit her,
Ord,
dude.
yeah, after Ord like tried again and again and again, and she was like, "Nope," and she tried to go past
much-
him, and he hit
Too
with
much
that.
vengeance.
Yep, hit with that thunder smite.
hell yeah,
Or I guess it was just divine smite. Yeah, and he bonked her.
yo,
Too much vengeance, dude.
sick.
Yeah, man. Yeah, exciting. We have a bit of a road to Prince. Let's take a look at. I mean, if we're still in here, we can take a look at the map.
Hell yeah.
MVP of the game, Mr. Rigby.
Yo, shout out to Rigby, bro.
Mr. Rigby.
Loved him. And I love that for the most part. I can't imagine why that was at all an important quest to do, and yet it
It
existed.
wasn't.
Content.
Hey, you know what's crazy? Joke's on you. It is kind of important.
Yeah.
But even if it
Wow.
wasn't,
Mr. Rigby's the big
why.
bad
Those
evil
are the
I
guy.
won't
that
tell you
make
why, but I didn't. I
worlds
don't.
important.
I very rarely will do something for no reason whatsoever. I'll tell you that. I'm gonna try hard not to. I mean, sometimes I will, I guess, just to give some life to the world. But like for the most part, some things like that, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised.
Well, good, we like it.
Love it. We fucking love it.
Yeah.
There are a number of places to pass through to get to Prince here.
Oh, are there? Oh, we do. Oh, damn. All right. Yeah, we've got what, 4 towns, and then Prince. Man.
Well, that actually the
Alright.
bridge, the 2 towers of the bridge is one town, one
Ah.
sort of
Oh,
just
okay.
bridge crossing. The Iron Lock.
and then
no,
a
this is
big
not-
old
Oh, I
bushel
see.
of woods.
Was there a bushel of woods, or were we traveling
Oh,
alongside
there's
some
a
woods?
there's a road.
Yeah, there's definitely a road.
Oh yeah, but like on the way to Prince, like there's a. Oh wait, because we're gonna be on the opposite side of the river. All right, we're good.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff is like grassy flatland. If it's not labeled as trees, tundra style. Some
It
of
just
it.
occurred to me that we have not procured a carriage.
Oh
or
yeah,
any
that's
sort
true.
of transportation.
Yeah, you guys are
Maybe we
walking
should have
right
asked
now,
Gully
dude.
to be like, "Hey, do you want to give us a ride, bud?"
Nice GPS line, guys. Whoever
Thank you,
did that.
thank
Ooh.
you. We're there. No?
Yeah, you guys want to fast travel? Yeah, you actually haven't gotten to that road sign yet, so you can't fast travel there, right?
You gotta unlock fast traveling.
Fucking there's the via. Where you going? There's a guy in a cart. Take me to Prince. Load screen.
Hell yeah.
Dropped
There.
off.
This content.
So yeah, I guess we're all fully equipped. We had some fashion.
Hell yeah,
New
fashionista.
Yeah, dude. Everyone basically has had an outfit change at this point, which is insane. It's great, but it's crazy. It's funny to think about.
And now I've got this funky tabard, which is great. Yamdo's got clothes that might be a little too tight fitting.
Yo, there it is. So yeah, so what's it called? Hell yeah, dude. So in the live action Tarzan, bro, he's got gloves. He's got gloves, man. He's got gloves and a nice little ascot. So yeah, there it is, right there, bro. That's it. That's the content. And he actually swings in his clothes. So, bro, we're good. We're feeling good.
Oh,
We're
man.
feeling great.
This is character development. at its
Yo,
finest.
We're gonna have so many. It's gonna be so good, dude. Next session should be great in terms of character development, I believe. I mean, I guess you never know which way you guys will go these days.
never know.
Honestly, Prince is going to be interesting. Prince has a lot of Lola stuff going on.
Prince has got a
Curious to
ton of
see-
Lola stuff, dude. There's such good stuff in Lola and Prince.
Very curious
Such
to
good
see
stuff.
what happens with
Actually,
them.
Prince has got like almost too much stuff going on. Like I'm nervous for like how fast you guys get there because of the amount of shit in Prince. Like Prince is
There
like
it
a
is.
Prince is a like a
Yeah, but
a,
not all of it has to happen.
no, of
Sometimes you
course
can
not.
go
No, of
into a
course not.
town
No, no,
for a
no, no.
night and
Yeah.
you don't see all the sights, or
I mean, you
Yeah.
didn't pick up all. You didn't. I don't think that you picked up all the Norbero quests,
Yo,
or
more
one or two that
We
you did pick
did.
up. You sort of skipped out on,
Yeah,
which
we
is
did
fine.
stick
That's
around
anybody.
because Herpersheimer was like, "Go deal with the Tempest fella," and we heard that
Yeah.
from Ernest, and then he mentioned it again.
Whether they don't
Uh,
like each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't like each other.
And then what else is in the quest log here? Main plot, Pendle Castle, but that's been updated because it's now closed to visitors. I got to update that again. Deliver message to King Lane. Prince has ancient stone tablets. Yeah, we pretty much did everything except for the problem with Herpersheimer and Norbero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a Huntsman's Guild or whatever that you can go. It's basically just like go kill an animal and bring it back, and we'll pay you.
Oh, that's right. We talked about that. We were like, wait a minute, Yamdo, maybe not. Maybe don't do that. Not sure if you're
Hey,
going to like that.
the fan's father told him to slay great beasts, right?
Yo, bro, that's it. We
Oh,
got
that's fair.
we got to
I think-
slay.
I think. I mean, I honestly, I'm so stumped. Like now, I'm thinking we got like 3 towns to go through before we get to Prince. Like, holy shit, we won't get there for a fucking year if I do it like
Well,
I'm doing it.
I mean,
unless we hire a carriage and just go straight
That
through.
is true. You could hire a carriage and head straight to Prince. Yeah.
I'm fine with that. I think that like we're really good at
we'll go talk to Gloria Waybridge.
like if you like skip some stuff to get us to like the scene, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. I have things planned. Like there is minor things planned for the stuff in between here and there, but like nothing that needs to be done. You know,
Mm.
got some good stuff actually. I'll
Oh, and
think
it
about
can
it. I'll
be
think
done
about it.
on the
dude.
way back to the
Yeah,
castle
no.
that we have to go to or whatever.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be great. We're gonna love it. It's gonna. I'm hoping. We'll see how it goes, man. If we walk into Prince next session, I'll be like, wow, that'll be so cool.
I mean, let me ask you this, and I know we've kind of already said that we're going to go to Prince, but you know that's what retcons are for. Should we, for the story, go to Pendle Castle first? I know you've given us free reign of this open world, but if you want us to build up more to it and not go to Prince right away, like should we go to Pendle instead? Now that we've heard, hey, go to Pendle Castle, and then the couple was like, hey, we'll see you at Pendle Castle. And now this little like town crier's like, Pendle Castle's closed, idiots.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff pointing towards Pendle Castle, but that doesn't mean that you need to go there. Like you
Gotcha.
can easily go to Prince and do stuff in Prince. Like I'm not.
Yeah,
I've
'cause,
always
I mean,
told it.
That
I've
was
always said
also
it's
like
an
our
open
original
world
plan.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, we're gonna go to Prince, knock out those 2 quests, come back to Norbero, and then
Well,
go
go
to
do Pendle.
Palace Castle.
I've also like. There's a couple things about like what's a good example that I was thinking of just now? I'm at a loss. But like one thing that I want to make sure well, I'll reiterate is that like nothing's gonna happen because you didn't do something. Like
Yeah.
right, nothing's gonna like the undead aren't gonna take over because you didn't warn the king, you know, in time. Like that's not gonna and Pendle Castle's not gonna crumble into the ground or take off and fly into space or anything weird like that because you didn't go there.
Okay. Don't tease me with the possibility of castles in space. All right. Don't put that possibility in my ear.
Castle. Yeah. So don't feel like you have to do anything particularly. Just as long as you got it written down that you know it's on the list, man. Fuck it. Just rumble with that roll, man.
Cool.
Rumble.
But
baby.
I would love to get. I would love to walk into the gates of Prince tomorrow or next week. You know. So I don't give a hoot, man. Whatever. Like I said, I've always touted like. Made sure that you guys knew it was an open world, so do whatever the fuck you want, you know. As like a sort of like, if you head towards Prince, it's definitely probably more like. And I've had this discussion with you guys before. Like I've told Rosine to your face, Rosine, that like a lot of your story takes place in Prince, or it starts in Prince and things like that. So like Prince has a lot of Lola backstory, and Pendle Castle, and maybe Prince, also has some Sawyer stuff in it as well. And Pendle Castle has got more Ord related like stuff, and also like main quest. If that, I don't think that it shouldn't make a difference, but just that FYI, that's like the direction. So,
Gotcha.
I don't want to give anything away. And that some of you, like, I think I've also told Yams that like it's unfortunate that a lot of the stuff that I'm excited about for Yams is very like somewhat late game. So,
Yo, it's all good, bro. We'll be well dressed by then, man.
well, although Yams, you've had a lot already. I mean, you've
Yo.
had more than than a fair amount of maybe even anyone else. I think you have had more background development than anyone else with the god and the failed ritual and the bargain for your life.
Yeah, that's right. Cause there's somebody out there. There's somebody betting on Yam. Though, who is it? Who is it, bro? All I know is that when I look at this map of Prince and I see this giant structure in the middle with a little traffic cone on top of it, all I know is
I know what you're gonna say.
Can I climb it?
No,
he's gonna try to leap of faith. He's gonna go full on assassin.
Woo!
There's no hay barrel.
There it is. The content, some would say.
It is here. The content is here. Oh my god.
I was gonna say, on that note, I am really tired, so I'm gonna go to bed.
Great, thanks for playing, guys. Thank you so much for playing.
Well, thank you. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
It was
Did
phenomenal.
you cut that recording yet?
Oh, shit. Yeah. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for sleepy time. Sure. For the great and powerful Wanskull. For Kai.
Fresh.
Yes. For the great and powerful Roshin.
Don't forget, family friendly fantasy on YouTube.
What? On YouTube, bro. On YouTube, bro. There it is. There it is. There it is. I'm telling you, bro. Giving you all the wholesome content, ladies and gentlemen. And for the man that made it possible, bro. The one and only Law.
Hey, thanks for playing.
My name has been
Thank you,
Yams.
Law.
You guys have been awesome.
Take care of yourself this week, Law.
Exactly, my brother. And we'll catch you for session 13, baby.
Quack, 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 quack.